Hello YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. We welcome you to the live coverage of race 30 of 36 of the Outlaws Sim Series Bandit Grand Nationals tonight in virtual Las Vegas, Nevada. As we continue this 10-race stretch to decide the inaugural Outlaws Sim Series Bandit Grand National iRacing Champion. A 1.5-mile D-shaped oval with 20-degree graduated banking, Las Vegas Motor Speedway hosts all three of NASCAR's top stock car series and has been a venue for top-tier open-wheel competition and sports car racing. A state-of-the-art motorsports facility, its nickname, the Diamond in the Desert, is well-deserved. Las Vegas Motor Speedway has the polished brilliance that is a trademark Speedway motorsports property and is truly multi-faceted. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Outlaw Sim Series Bandit Grand Nationals playoff round number 2. I totally did not hit the wrong song to start the broadcast, and that's okay. We're all here for a good time tonight, though. I'm Emerson Arden, a solo call this evening, as we are here at the Desert Speed Palace itself, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And last week, we were at another mile and a half. Seth Berger navigated, more like played that race like a fiddle. He played the strategy beautifully, and he was there when it mattered most. Seth Berger went on for his 5th win on the season and increases his lead at the top of the standings to start this round. And that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at those point standings coming into today. And well, of course, it is Seth Berger at the top of the standings. It's Malenko 2nd, Max 3rd, Stutzman 4th, McLoone 5th, Schumacher, Causey, Pratt, Smith, and Lingerfeld the 10 that remain. On the right side, you see the total amount of points. That is what they're starting the round today with. So, after today's race, then we're at Dover next week. Then we're at Daytona Road Course in 2 weeks' time. After that race, the bottom 3 on this list will be eliminated from championship competition, and then it'll be 7 competing for 4 spots in the next 3 weeks after that. But anyway, enough about the point standings coming into today. Let's talk about today's charity, the American Heart Association. And the American Heart Association their mission is to be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Again, if you want to donate to the American Heart Association, you can check them out at heart.org. Each week, we shout out the charity and we broadcast the final 30 minutes of open practice in their name to give them any sort of exposure and help that we can do. And today's charity, again, is the American Heart Association. It'd be great if you consider donating your time or money or any other way you can help this great association. Again, their mission is to be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. Check them out at heart.org. This beautiful camera and others tonight are provided by Whiplash Media, which is Pit Stop TV's parent organization. They specialize in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real racing, offering services such as photography, social media management, public relations, and more. Make sure you go to www.whiplash-media.com to find out some more about this great company. I work with them a lot. Just worked with them last night. They broadcasted the season opener to Nork's 13th season. That was quite the experience there. And again, I am all over the place over here on the production side of things. It's a solo call. I'm by myself on the production side as well. It's going to be a rough night. I did not mean to cut the song off there. I meant to let it play out, but we're here. And we got through all the good stuff to start off with anyway. But let's get down to the action down on the track. Words are hard. Words aren't really hard. They're all scripted for me. I wrote them down over the past hour. It's more, I think I haven't been on a solo call in a little bit. Jacob Zala, he's going to go down on the track and have some fun himself. Words are hard. Okay, you're right. But yeah, we're here tonight, Las Vegas. It's going to be a fun night. Let's get down to the action. Let's get down to the track. It is Reese Schaefer who has gone top of the charts, and he's actually rolling off the pit lane now. There he is, a 19-year-old with 2 wins on the season. Both of them at Mount Halves. We'll see if he can make it 3 tonight. In the chat tonight, Dan Park says, good luck, Swift Racing and Brandon Richardson. He's the one I was referencing when he said words are hard, and that's why I said it. Again, on the ticker, you will see 10 names with red backgrounds. Those are the 10 playoff drivers to keep an eye on tonight. And again, 7 of them will advance in 3 weeks' time. This is Brandon checking in the 29 car, pulling for Lingerfeld tonight. Glad to see that you are here and you're supporting. But again, get down on the track, man. We miss you out there. Also, did I just see... I am very happy. I just saw the standings, and our boy James Gilliard, he is back on the track in that number 33 Chevrolet Camaro. If you don't know, he... I can't remember what exactly it was. I'm gonna guess it was an arm, or I think it was his wrist or something along the lines of his hands or his arms. But I know he had broken something and he had missed the last few weeks. He was in the thick of the playoff battle, and then he was not able to race anymore, and so he had to step out of the car, and he pretty much gave up any opportunity he had to make the playoffs. And it's good to see him back on the track and competing with the Outlaw Sim Series once again. So once again, a huge shout out to James Gilliard. Glad to have this man back out there. Again, he has 8 top 10s and 22 starts so far this season. So he's missed, I think, 2 months now. And it's good to see him back on the track. Number 33, James Gilliard. Glad to have him back out there. Hopefully he can do some good in that number 33 car. But tonight, it's the beginning of round number 2 in the playoffs. Let's see if we can talk to the driver who is the top seed in the... Oh, that is outdated. The top seed in the playoff standings. So there's a wreck. No, that's a sliding car. Who's going to save it? He will. But let's go ahead and bring on up the top seed in the playoffs with 5 wins now on the season. I got to get that graphic updated. I thought I had that updated, so that was wrong on my part. But, Seth, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
I am fantastic, and last week, you played that race like a fiddle. That race at Atlanta, it's all about having the tires at the perfect, I guess, wear for the longest amount of time, and you had it done perfectly. Is there any sort of, I guess, tire manipulation that you can do tonight? I know this track surface is way different. It's much, much newer, but is there anything up the sleeve of the 77 tonight?
Honestly, not as much up the sleeve as last week. I got a game plan for tonight, but I don't know how well it's gonna work. I feel like this track, maybe it'll change in the nighttime, but I feel like this track's certainly more, not as many racing lines, I guess you'd say. And yeah, I think that's just gonna affect the racing through traffic and all that. So I don't know how much saving tires is gonna do for me. It's probably going to cost me a lot of time on track, having to pass all these lap cars. But there's a plan, and we'll see if it works tonight.
Absolutely. So you come into this round 3 points richer, I guess you could say, with that win at Atlanta. So you come in with a 5-point lead over Malenko, but importantly, I think it was about a 15-point advantage over the cut line. How are you feeling now? You have Las Vegas, a mile and a half that I think you're pretty comfortable with. Then you have Dover and then Daytona road course.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely pretty comfortable, especially with finishing off the road course. As long as I don't get into any rough ups there at the end, it should be an easy top 5 car at the road course. But obviously in the playoffs, a lot of people are gonna be practicing, so I shouldn't be saying easy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the road course. Dover, I don't really know what to expect. That's a very unique track, but yeah, man, tonight I'll be satisfied with the top 5. Goal is a top 3, but I'm going for the win.
Absolutely, as always, and I know you usually have a lot of support in these races, so I'll let you, give you the floor for a moment. If you want to shout anyone or anything out, go for it.
Yeah, I'd just like to shout out everybody watching it every single week. Definitely helps me look forward to every Wednesday night and put in practice time to do my best I can and try to make it to the final race here. So thank you to Flood Brothers for sponsoring, Liftworks for sponsoring, Aesthetic Air for sponsoring, and everybody else.
Absolutely. Well, best luck to you tonight, and Hopefully we're talking to you on the first side, Mr. Sefberger.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
That was driver of the number 77, top seed in the playoffs, and tied now for the most wins on the season, looking to break that tie that he has with Greg Holt and get win number 6 tonight. Sefberger on the rise. Let's go and take a look at the practice boards, and we have a non-playoff driver at the top of them, but a driver who is very confident at mile and a halves nonetheless. I know you don't have anything to lose playoff-wise, but your 2 wins this season, Reese, are at mile and a halves. Do you think that gives you any sort of advantage coming into a race like today?
I really like mile and a half. I've always really enjoyed them. I feel like I can always have a pretty good chance. So tonight is going to be really interesting. I feel like tonight's really going to be like Chicagoland, with changing temperature and coming from daytime to nighttime. I think the track's going to change a lot tonight. So to be honest, I think the cars up front at the start of the race will probably, unless I change a lot, probably won't be there at the end of the race. So it's going to be interesting.
I think that is a very valid point you make, is that we are around that dusk time, and we, like Chicagoland, it's going to go from day to night. It's a pretty long race at that, so even more to think about, even more to worry about. But yeah, what is it with you that I guess these day to night transitions kind of really suit you? I know Legacy Kentucky was more of a daytime to sunset kind of thing, but Chicagoland really, and then you're top of the charts here. So it sounds like this, this dusk time is kind of the right time for the 17. Why is that?
Yeah. I would say I really like, I'm experimenting with everything, and honestly, I feel like with these kind of setups, you just kind of have to trust iRacing, to be honest, with the picks, and just kind of go what they have. And one thing I do a lot is as I'm racing, I change brake bias a lot and stuff like that, and really just try to adapt to everything that's going on, and try to use the tires. So I'm always trying to be proactive when I'm racing, see if I can just try to get most out of the cars.
Absolutely. And then last 2 weeks, man, couple second place finishes. Both of them, you've been battling playoff drivers. How do you balance, wanting to go for the win and then, wanting to be very clean with a playoff driver nonetheless, because they have more to lose? How do you balance that? And then, how does that make you feel? Is there, still going to be, this respect you have for the playoff drivers? Does it, grow even more as you get closer to the end of the season? Or is it just kind of how you race, or what is it?
To be honest, I really don't look at anyone as a playoff driver. I just race, everyone just how they race me, real respectful. And, I always just try to race my hardest, but just not get into anyone, and just try to have as much fun as possible. So that's just kind of the mindset I go into it.
Right on. Absolutely. I've always known you as a clean driver, and I didn't expect you to, do anything to linger fell at Martinsville or Seth at Atlanta, but
those were great races.
Absolutely great runs. So a couple second place finishes. Do you think you can at least mirror that or go one higher tonight?
I guess it's only one way to find out.
Absolutely. I guess we'll find out then in a couple hours' time. Best luck to you tonight, Mr. Reese Schaefer, and hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Right on, and that was driver of the number 17, Reese Schaefer. And again, a great mile and a half driver, great guy there. And taking a look at the playoffs, taking a look at the practice charts. If we can talk to this guy, let's see if we can, first of all. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring up the highest running playoff driver right now on the practice charts is the 5th place driver on the practice charts, Kyle Lingerfeld. Kyle, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing great. 5th on the boards. What is, Las Vegas doesn't kind of suit you. Oh, big hit. Well, I guess that's the wrong time to ask that. But does this track suit you, or was it a lot of practice this week, or what came to life in the 65?
I put in an endless amount of effort this week to try and redeem myself from last week. I feel like I had a really fast car last week at Atlanta, and ended up boning myself, essentially entering pit road, trying not to get ran over, and then trying not to run into a stopped car. So it's just bad positioning by myself last week on a pit cycle, and hopefully it doesn't happen this week.
Absolutely. You come into tonight, I think the last seed in the playoffs, but a seed in the playoffs nonetheless. How do you feel about your position and your likelihood to make it to the next round? You know, with tonight at Las Vegas running very fast at the moment in practice. And then you have Dover and Daytona Road Course. 3 completely different tracks, by the way.
Yeah, very. This track I put in a lot of work at. Hopefully I can get a good result here. I think honestly, as long as I can just stay in contention in top 3, all these races, I'll be in good shape. The road course probably is going to be the hardest one for me. Dover should come more easily just because of the driving style it is. But tonight should be a lot of fun. These lap times are ridiculously close between everyone. Hopefully we don't see too many wrecks here, but I think with how close the racing will be, we'll see a few contacts.
Well, I was just about to ask, you know, if, you know, practice translates to qualifying. I know the track's going to undergo a few more changes before that, but, you know, should things hold out, at least the way the practice is right now, qualifying, you're going to be up there, you know, in the thick of it from the looks of it. What do you think this race is going to look like after 175 laps and the day to night transition? Are these cars going to be easier, harder to drive? And then how do you think the field is going to react?
Well, as the night progresses, you know, the temperatures are going to get cooler. The track's going to become more grippy. The more rubber it's laid down also produces more grip as well. So we're going to just get tighter as the night goes on. So I think pretty early on, you're going to see a lot of guys real loose, and it's going to get real tight at the end. Probably a few guys bouncing off the walls. Hopefully I'm not one of them.
Right on. Well, 1 win at Martinsville. Any confidence coming into this round with that, or is it just let this 65 due to talking on the track?
A little bit of confidence carries over for sure. You know, I wasn't expecting the win at Martinsville, even though we were going for it. It was a real up and down race, but we ended up with it. So I feel like that confidence carries over into this round for sure. Just knowing that I was in the bottom of that round too, and then progressed into this. So never count the little man out. You know, we're just gonna sit behind this wheel and do our thing.
Absolutely. I find it, you know, really hard with these 10 drivers to pick 7 out of these 10 that are, you know, going to be advanced, or at least 7 sure drivers. So I know it's going to be a tight battle to the end at 3 very different tracks. So best of luck to you tonight and the rest of this round. And hopefully we'll talk to you on the far side.
Yes, thank you. You guys have a great night up top, and hopefully I get to talk to you at the end of this thing.
Absolutely. Driver of the number 65, Kyle Lingerfeld, again, 5th on the practice charts. He's actually slid down a little bit, but there's a new driver at the top of the practice charts. I think he might have heard me talking. So let's go ahead and see if we can bring this guy up. Driver of the number 75, Andrew Pratt. Andrew, how you doing, man?
Hey, Emerson. We're doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You and your fellow competitors, man, they've been putting on some amazing shows. You all have been putting on some amazing shows the past 3 weeks in round number 1. You survived round 1. You're here in round 2. How would you evaluate round 1, and how do you feel about round 2?
I'm looking forward to round 2. This track should be good for us, and I'm looking forward to the road course, especially. But we're going to take it 1 race at a time. Did a mock qualifying run, so jumped up the board a little bit, but the times are really tight, so it should be a pretty competitive race, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. We were just talking to, you know, Kyle Lingerfeld on the basis that he was the fastest driver, the playoff driver on the practice charts, and then when we saw that switch up to you, and we see now Stutzman has leapfrogged you, so we'll be catching up all night, I guess. But no, but it is really tight. Those intervals. Man, how do you feel like the level of competition tonight? You know, this field is obviously very stacked every week, but tonight more than anything, you know, a relatively easy mile and a half. I say that as somebody in the booth and not on the track, but yeah, how do you feel that this race is going to play out tonight overall?
Well, the cars they seem pretty drivable. There is definitely some fall off on the tire wear, so again, whoever saves their tire the best with with the quickest, most efficient pace is going to come out on top. And basically that's all we practiced since last week was fuel runs and tire management. And people want to pass us, they can pass us. Just hopefully for our sake, we're hoping the race should go green a lot like last week. I don't see why it would be much different, but yeah, it's just going to be who dictates the pace and seeing what the actual race pace is going to be and being there at the end. We tend to get strung out when it goes green like this, but I like those kind of races, so we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Beautiful day to night transitions here on iRacing, and we're here with yet another one in the Outlaw Sim series. I think the last one might have been Chicagoland, if I remember correctly. But anyway, how do you feel about, this time of day that we're running? Starting in the day, the track's gonna get cooler and grippy, as we go into the night. Does that help? Does that hurt the 75? Or how are you feeling?
Well, I think the track's definitely gonna get tighter, and I don't know if the groove's gonna move up. I've been trying to get to the bottom in 3 and 4 and kind of run the middle lane in 1 and 2 to avoid the bumps, but I don't know if the groove's gonna move up, but it should get tighter as the night goes on. So I think tire wear, I don't know that it'll get better, it may get worse because the speeds are gonna pick up and being in traffic. So it's gonna be fun. I don't know how the sun's affecting everyone else, but it doesn't seem to be bothering me too bad. So going day to night's always exciting and fun, and I like that. I like that feature.
Absolutely. It is a fantastic feature, fantastic, I guess, additive for us, still getting acquainted to iRacing. I feel like we're acquainted at this point, but, coming on over, this is, just one of the many, many reasons that we enjoy our time here. But I'll let you enjoy your track time. Have about 8.5 minutes in practice. We'll leave you to it. Best luck to you tonight. Hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
All right, thanks. I want to say thanks to all the fans
Absolutely.
who come out and watch us every Wednesday. Hope we put on a good show for y'all.
Absolutely. All right. Best luck to you.
Thank you.
Driver number 75, Andrew Pratt, in the house. And that is a very nice dude, by the way. He is our Pole Award sponsor. Not even sponsor, partner. Really, we're shouting him out because this man, he has done a lot of work to make this series what it is here on iRacing. This series, has a very rich history back on console, from the PS3 to the PS4 Technics games to the 704 games. And then the pandemic hit, and we've been kind of, talking about making this move to iRacing, and then everybody kind of, committed and, started jumping with the Pro Invitational and all that. We made the move to iRacing, but not everybody was at the ready, able to make the transition, and Andrew Pratt was one of the biggest factors in making a lot of these drivers show up tonight. So again, once again, huge shout out to Andrew Pratt. What a great dude. And then, of course, he's not that bad of a driver, I'd say, with 1 win on the season at a very tough track at New Hampshire. He's a force to be reckoned with. Don't count him out as well. Kyle Lingerfeld just said don't count out the little guy. I wouldn't count him or Pratt out. Those are 2 drivers that I look forward to seeing how they contend with the heavyweights and the rest of their competitors in the playoff grid. Let's take a look at the the comments section tonight. Brandon Richardson, he was saying the wrist, which was the reason why Gilliard missed a few weeks, actually 8 to be exact. Mark Berger says, hell yeah, go 77 and all of Swift Racing. Brandon Richardson says, get him, Kyle. Chris Dixon says, let's go, number 5. And Sean Thompson says, good luck, Kevin Thompson. Keep getting better. Noonan strong. Absolutely. Let's see. Who else is up here? I guess we're going to be catching up with Jeremiah Stutzman. He is the top of the playoff drivers on the boards now. So let's see if we can bring him on up. Let's see. He's out there though, so we'll leave him. We'll leave him to it. I think he has to do a little bit to really conduct an interview with us, and that's okay. If he gets up to a podium finish or whatever, he is at the readily available to do an interview with us, and yeah, we'll leave him to it. We'll let him practice. as he sits 5th. Let's see who else is on here. Christian Converse, by the way, has gone top of the charts, and he's looking to make his 4th Outlaws Sim Series start tonight. Let's see if we can bring on up driver of the number 90, Christian Converse. Christian, we've seen, hints of speed, and, we're kind of expecting a lot from you, especially with that North Wilkesboro run, but top of the charts in practice. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm just learning the tracks little bit at a time, just getting there. It's an interesting track. It's definitely going to get tight over the long run.
Absolutely. Speaking of, tight over the long run, tonight, we have kind of like a day to night transition. We're kind of in the sunset time now, but the tracks, we're going to fall into nighttime and get, I guess, cooler, and there's going to be more grip out there. Is that going to help the 90, hurt the 90? How are you feeling about that?
Usually when it gets colder, it tends to get even tighter. So it'll be okay. I adjust usually pretty well, so I think I should be alright.
Right on. What are track conditions out there like right now? Do you think it's... I'm sorry. Do you think it's going to carry over to the race? And do you think this speed is going to, I guess, stay consistent for the 90, to be up front and quality in the race?
I think it'll be pretty consistent that I can stay up in top 30. It's usually where I run in most leagues and stuff. The track temp's 77, so hopefully it doesn't go down too much more than that. Probably go down a little bit just because it's going into the nighttime. But hopefully it stays around 77, maybe a little hotter.
Right on. So back to what I was saying when I brought you up here. You've had the speed. Had the incident with Causey at North Wilkesboro, and then Daytona. You were up there, with the teammates, getting Joseph the win, and I can't recall what it happened. I believe you joined us at Atlanta, or was it Martinsville? No, Martinsville. I don't think you made the start though. Right?
I lost internet 2 weeks in a row, so.
Oh man. Well, looks like you're... I'm not going to try to jinx it. So, what would it mean to you if you were able to, get the job done in your 4th start with us? I know, you've done other leagues, of course, but I guess to make your mark early as an Outlaw Sim Series driver.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to get a win. Just show the guys, I'm fast. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool.
Absolutely. And then, it's only your 4th start of the season, so you're, missed the cut for the playoffs by a little bit. If, you're racing a playoff driver at the end, how do you intend to race them? Are you going to even think about racing playoff drivers? Is it going to be just you're going to race every car with respect, or I guess what's your mindset if you're running with a playoff driver, towards the end of the race and it's for the win?
If it's for the win, I'm going to go for the win. The only person I might hold back for just the slightest bit is Causey. That's about it. Everyone else is I'm going to race them hard, but I'm going to race them clean.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Best luck to you tonight, Mr. Converse. And, we'll leave you to it. And, hopefully we'll talk to you on the far side.
All right, thank you.
That's a great kid right there, Christian Converse. Look at that. 15 years old. You would never be able to tell by the way he is in control of his vehicle all the time. That is truly a special kid right there. And hoping he goes far in this iRacing thing. But joining us in the Outlaws tonight and top of the charts. Take a look at the chat. Dan says to talk to Mal. We'll go ahead and talk to Mal. Second seed in the playoffs. We'll do that. Cindy Semick says, go Adam, number 56. Lisa Pratt says, very proud of that, number 75. We are your biggest fans. Let's get it done tonight. And also on Facebook says, let's go Andrew, number 75. Rock on. Let's bring him on up. Second seed in the Outlaw Sim Series playoffs for this round. 5 points back. Point leader Seth Berger, and another requested interview for you tonight, Malenko. 11th on the charts. How you feeling?
Decent. Not fantastic, but okay.
Fair enough. So Martinsville. Atlanta was a rough one.
It really was.
Is there bounce back in this 7th tonight? is the outlook better tonight at Vegas, or are you feeling kind of more the same?
Hopefully we don't get damaged before the race starts.
This is fair. 11th on the charts. I know practice is coming to the end. Was there any more speed out there, or is it just how tight the times are that 11's kind of where the sun is going to be?
Speeds are getting better because, you know, as you see, the sun is progressively went further and further down. So the time are getting faster. I just haven't went out since it's gotten dark out.
Okay. And a lot of playoff drivers up there. What's the game plan for the 7 coming into tonight, and then, you know, setting yourself up for Dover and the Daytona Road Course later this round?
Just going out and beating who you have to. Corey, Addy, and I forget the other 2, but it's just so you just got to go out and beat Pratt and Pratt as well. So yeah, just go out and beat who you have to. You don't need to beat all the drivers. You don't need to go out and win. You just need to finish ahead who you have to. That's it. Do good. Just have good runs. Finish in the top 5. You're pretty much definite to get in the next round.
Straight into the point. We'll leave you to it. Qualifying is about to get underway. 11th on the charts. We'll see what you can do at qualifying. Best of luck to you tonight, and hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
Yep. Thank you.
Driver of the number 7, Malenko. That's the 3-time winner this season. All on the short tracks. Next week we're at Dover. That should be a fun one. Let's see what we're looking at here. Who we can find coming out onto the track. Lingerfeld's out there, huh? Let's take a look at him as he's rolling his way onto the track, and qualifying mode there on the bottom. You will see. Taking a look at the chat again. Love to see all the support. Please keep commenting. We'll try to read them out as much as I can throughout the race, especially a long one tonight and on a solo call. I could, definitely use any talking points. So go ahead and, keep commenting in the chat. We'll go ahead and shout out Andrew St. Cour back in the house supporting Max Service tonight. Nick Shepard, great to see you, buddy. Love to see you in the Facebook chat and still supporting us here at the Outlaws Sim Series. Go Kyle Lingerfeld. Go Doug Solms. Again, 2 great drivers there, all coming back, from the console days. And Nick, that was a fun dude to race with. Raced him a lot. Back on our Sunday series that we raced on console. High grade racing. Hopefully everybody's doing well over there as well. Glad to see Nick supporting us as well. Becky Clark in the Facebook chat is watching. Go Christian. Dennis Montez says let's go. Number 77 from the YouTube chat. And Dan Park says next talk to Max when you can. If Max is up there, we'll definitely get some words in with Max tonight. Kyle Lingerfeld, by the way, goes top of the charts. Adam Gardner, second quickest of the time set thus far. And then times are coming in, but they're not popping up on the ticker. So let's see if we can get that. There is Lingerfeld, Elam, Schumacher, and Gardner up there. Schumacher, third quickest of the 4 times up there, is already coming to the line. We'll find, how about McClune to the line? He'll go 6th quickest on his opening lap. James Gilliard again coming back from his wrist injury. He missed 8 weeks, and glad to see him back on the track. We'll see where he'll start tonight's race from. Looking pretty speedy in that number 33. Joseph Causey's, by the way, has gone top of the charts in that number 88, but James Gilliard will go 5th quickest. It's not too shabby to right off the bat. Kyle Lingerfeld's gone 2nd quickest. Josh McClune, I'm sorry, that was the time I saw light up. McClune has gone 3rd quickest. Farron Elam has destroyed the car, but he has gone 4th quickest. Out there, Schumacher. No, Jason Miz. Look at him go. He's gone 3rd quickest, and the times keep rolling in. Let's see who else we've got. There's that man. It's Christian Converse. He'll put it 8th quickest lap 1, but we're really looking forward to the 2nd lap. That's where it's going to be. Also coming around, Max Service is put at 3rd quickest. Greg Holt is out there. Setzer on a 2nd lap. A lot of things going around here. Setzer's going to go ahead and cut off the track. Eric Peck out there as well. Andrew Pratt starting a timed lap. But Christian Converse, purple sector 1, purple sector 2. That puts him top of the charts. A 31-1-0-0. Greg Holt's gone to 11 quickest. He's really setting up that second lap time. Also making his return is Joshua Gaffright coming out onto the track. Gaffright, the Icelander. Yeah, and he has one top 5 this season at Legacy, Kentucky. And that's a great dude right there. He works full-time as a firefighter and a paramedic and does great things for his community. Good to see Gaffright back in the series. Eric Peck coming around to end his second lap. Andrew Pratt coming to end his first timed lap. Let's check on our playoff driver, Andrew Pratt. I think this first lap might be a write-off. It's going to be about the second lap, I believe. Andrew Pratt goes 10th quickest. It looks like a lot of the drivers are going for second lap. Malenko working his way through turns 3 and 4. Actually, this is to come around and start a timed lap, so we'll catch up with him in a bit. Tyler Markle out there as well, coming out onto the racetrack. Sorry, Andrew Pratt. There he is, coming off of turns 3 and 4. Pratt to the line. It'll be 7th quickest for Andrew Pratt. Eric Peck coming to a stop there on the bottom of the racetrack. Malenko working his way around. Gaffright is going to come to a stop after 1 lap. Here goes Malenko. After his first lap on the charts, he'll go 12th quickest. Tyler Markle's going to go ahead and, well, he's actually halfway through his lap. Kevin Thompson's coming around as well. Look at Kevin Thompson working his way through turns 3 and 4. Kevin Thompson will go 7th quickest to start. Malenko off of turn number 4 to the line. Where's he going to end up? He's 14th now. Does he improve? 6th quickest. He does improve. Tyler Markle on a second lap now, and that... Oh, goodness, that's a Detroit car. What team is that? Is that... No, that's Pistons. I'm sorry. I don't watch NBA basketball, but good to see Markle out here supporting his local sports teams. And that blue and red Detroit Pistons Chevrolet Camaro. Tyler Markle goes 7th quickest. Good on him. Also on the track now, Seth Berger, Jeremiah Stutzman, Reese Schaefer, Landon Cardullo, and Jacob Zala. How about last week's winner and the top driver in the Outlaws Sim Series playoff standings? It is that man. Burger Nation, rise up, because Burger Nation has taken to the track, and he's coming around to complete lap number 1. Behind him on the track, it'll be Stutzman. Then, I'm sorry, it'll be Zala, Stutzman, Schaefer. Looks like Cardullo had to reset. So again, but Seth Berger goes 19th quickest on lap number 1. But it's all about lap number 2. Go ahead and look at the chat. Nick in the chat said he watches all the time. I do a great job. This is a fun series to watch. Thank you so much, Nick. Who do you think will get the pole? Man, I don't know. It is a stacked field, but I think Converse might have it by a little bit. But Seth Berger, he is very fast, and he's a top seed in the playoffs for a reason. Seth to the line. It'll be 20th quickest. That is not a good showing for Seth Berger. He'll be looking to improve upon that. Looks like Zala's gone 6th quickest and Schaefer has gone 4th quickest. But second laps tend to be faster. Reese Schaefer will go. Does it improve? I don't think it was an improvement, so he will stay in 4th. Yeah, it was not an improvement. There it is. Cardullo working his way to start his second lap. And I believe Keith Helton is on the pit lane as well. He might be taking the time before things are over here. This is our 23rd driver to take time. Keith Helton will be our 24th. We also have in attendance tonight Doug Solms, Devin Smith, Scott Williams for a 27-car field. And Cardullo is going to go around. Cardullo will not be able to set a lap time tonight. Keith Helton works his way onto the track, waiting till the 2-minute mark to bring out that number 9 Ford Mustang on to the diamond in the desert. Look at him work that high side in 3 or 4. He's going to arc the car off of 4, and he's going to get all that speed before he starts his first timed lap. And as the track cools off, that's what we saw an influx of times come in there at the end. As times were coming in, the faster drivers, the drivers with the experience on the sim, know if you wait until the sky until the sun goes down a little bit more. The track's going to cool off a little bit more. And is he coming to a stop here, Keith Helton is? Yeah, he's going to come to a stop. I don't think he'll be able to get around in time. Is he going to try? He's got time. He's going to go for it again. But, right, Cindy Samick says, I know Adam is number 56, but what does it look like? I'm new to this. Well, let's go ahead and look at Adam Gardner. Actually, Adam Gardner's car is not on the track right now, but I will for sure let you see it at 56 in the race. Make sure to remind me. I will totally let you know. I believe it is his Scooby-Doo livery tonight. So it's a purple base and there's Scooby-Doo on the car. You should be able to see it pretty clearly, but I will definitely put his car on the screen at some point tonight. Of course, Adam Gardner, the man who runs this show, the league owner and the mastermind himself that brought this great console series to iRacing and brought it to life. Keith Helton on his final timed lap attempt. This is going to be the final lap of the session. 20 seconds, so this is it. Make or break for Keith Helton. It's his second timed lap as well, so he does not have any other opportunities. This is make or break. Keith Helton. Time expiring on the session. 5 seconds. Is he going to make it to the line? He will make it to the line. Where does this 9 car end up? It'll be 17th quickest as time expires. And it'll be Christian Converse, our Pratt, Tile, and Stone Pole Award winner. Let's go ahead and go through the rest of the starting lineup as the drivers start to form up the grid on the front straight. It is Christian Converse on the pole, and alongside of him, it'll be none other than Joseph Causey. Row number 2 will be Greg Holt and Reese Schaefer, our first playoff driver. Actually, I'm sorry, the first playoff driver was second of Joseph Causey. Second playoff driver in the field, driver number 65, Kyle Lingerfeld. He has Jacob Zala starting alongside of him. Row number 4, it'll be 2 more playoff drivers. Max Service, the Canadian, alongside of Malenko. Row number 5, we'll find Tyler Markle, who got eliminated from the playoffs last week at Atlanta. He'll start alongside Jason Miz. Row number 6, Kevin Thompson, also eliminated from the playoffs last week, starts alongside a driver who squeaks his way into this round, Andrew Pratt. Let's go on to the next page, shall we? And it'll be row number 7, Joshua McClune, a playoff driver. He'll be starting alongside Joshua Gaffright, making his return to the series. The Icelander starts 14th. Row number 8, Theron Elam Jr. looking to make a market tonight in that 20 car. He starts alongside playoff driver and what is he, 6th in the playoff standings, Adrian Schumacher is. Really looking forward to that road course. 2 wins this season on the road course, 3 wins this season in total. 3rd win came at Daytona Oval, but Schumacher's been steadily improving on these ovals. Look for him to be a contender tonight. Row number 9, we'll find Keith Helton in the number 9. It'll be alongside the driver making his return after 2 months. Very happy to save his name on the grid and not commentating alongside me. That's not a knock against him, by the way. He was great. Provided some amazing insight when he was up here for 5 flags, and it was absolutely stellar to have him on the booth, but he deserves to be on the track, and that's where he is tonight. James Gilliard starts 18th. Row number 10, we'll find Eric Peck and Adam Gardner. There's that man. He'll be 20th. 21st, Burger Nation. He's got a lot of work to do, but he's got 5 wins this season. I would not count out. Driver number 77, Seth Berger. He starts 21st inside of row 11. Outside row 11 will be Matthew Setzer into number 5. Row number 12, we'll find Jeremiah Stutzman in the 71, a playoff driver who's got a little bit of work to do. He starts alongside Scott Williams. And at the back of the field here, row 13, Devin Smith, a playoff driver, starts alongside a driver who's very fast, but he's got to really get these tires under him. But Landon Cardullo, this is the track that's currently closest to him in proximity. He's looking to make a good mark tonight. And rounding out, shotgun on the field, 14th row, it'll be Doug Solms, the Canadian, looking up at the 26 cars in front of him tonight. Let's go and take a look at the race info coming into tonight. 175 laps around his 1.5 mile D-shaped oval in Las Vegas, Nevada. 6 sets of tires for these drivers this evening. 75% fuel loads. Unlimited overtime attempts. No fast repairs. Look at that. Track temp is 86. Track temp is 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Air temp is 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity 22. Partially cloudy. Very windy tonight. 24 mile per hour winds. But here we go. The iRacing.com. Safety cars in the safety pit lane. And it is time to go racing. We're racing from Las Vegas. Joseph Kazi in a green number 88 this week. The green number 88 Camaro trying to make his run around the outside, but Christian Converse fighting hard up the inside. Car is on the wall behind, but everybody sticks it out. Is Kazi going to be able to snag the lead here in the 3? Converse drives it in deep, but Kazi trying to hold to that run on the outside. He's going to get the longer straightaway of the 2, and side by side to the line. Is it going to be, I think it was Converse that time. Kazi still fights hard on the outside, though. Joseph Kazi still putting up a fight to Christian Converse. Reese Schaefer gets around to the outside of Greg Holt for the 3rd position. Kazi with the advantage into 3. Can he hold it? Down the inside, though, Converse looks like he's rotating to center a little bit more, but Kazi has the edge out of 4 to the line, though. Who's it going to be? I think it's going to be Converse again. It was, I think, Converse had it. They're side by side, though. This time, Kazi has a better shot in the turn number 1. Greg Holt trying to make things work on that inside, but Schaefer getting that run on the outside. Around the outside, Joseph Kazi clear to the race lead. He won race number 1 of round number 1 3 weeks ago at Daytona to lock himself into this round, and he takes the early lead here tonight at Las Vegas. He has those orange tires, those orange rims on the inside of his wheels that denote that he's a playoff driver tonight. He should also be running orange car numbers as well, but that's okay. We know he's a playoff driver. He's up there anyway. But yeah. Oh, Kazi, did he get the wall there off of turn 2? Still side by side for 3rd, by the way. Holt is holding Schaefer at bay, but Schaefer trying to do what Kazi did and make the work around the outside work, and Holt will clear Schaefer. So Schaefer still putting work to the outside quarter panel of the number 3, but it's Joseph Kazi out in front. Jacob Zola doing a lot of work. He's driven himself up to 5th. Where did he come from? Remember, Jacob Zola, he had one great run this season. It was at Auto Club. He finished 3rd and led a lot of laps. I mean, that man dominated Auto Club. I was very surprised. Other than that, he has not had the greatest of reps in this series. Let's just say he's gotten into a lot of incidents this season. But looking to change that around tonight with a nice little run at Las Vegas. He is certainly able to do that if he can keep that number 4 clean and up front tonight. Take a look at the chat. Jason Miz says, good luck, guys. Let's put on a show. Gearhead Geisha says, good luck, everyone. Cindy Samek says, yippee. And Andrew St. Cour says, everyone be careful. Zala is in 6th. I'm assuming that was before, I guess, he got around Malenko. Max Service making the move up the inside as well, though. Max Service coming up to 6th, and he is clear of Malenko for 6th. Jason Miz moving forward. He's got Lingerfeld and Marco with him in tow. P8, they're closing up on Malenko, though. Malenko looks like he's sliding back. Everybody fighting for that bottom, but we heard a lot of these drivers say this track is going to get tight. They might fight for the outside soon to try to make these cars rotate a little bit better, have to get off the throttle a lot less to make these cars make these corners. We're on the outside for that 9th position, Lingerfeld and Markle. Lingerfeld needs all he can get here. Markle was a playoff driver, but not anymore. Markle's just racing for his season, really, get a 2nd win on the season. He has 1 win this season. It was at Auto Club Road Course, and they got eliminated last round. So Tyler Markle trying to make things work in his favor tonight and really just give him any sort of momentum heading into the next season we do here in the Outlaw Sim series. Further back, let's give Adam Gardner that shout out we meant. Oh, that's a slightly different livery. It's still a purple base, but there's a little bit more Scooby-Doo on that car. So there's what that 56 looks like. There's a little bit of rear end damage, but it looks like all is still well for Adam Gardner. Right now running in the 16th position ahead of Theron Elam Jr. and James Gilliard. A clean start thus far into this race. 9 laps in. Very clean thus far. Gaffright clears himself into the 12th position over Kevin Thompson. Up front, Christian Converse has not left Kazi alone. Converse, he has definitely got the speed to contend and compete. He is up here to do that. Here's Christian Converse on board, looking at the green number 88 Camaro, trying to make it work. Now he's going to do it clean, but you heard in his interview as well, he's going to, the person he would slightly hold back for is this 88 Joseph Kazi, knowing that Kazi's a playoff driver and he needs what he can get. By the way, I think Schumacher had some trouble there. He fell back here. He is in the 26th position. Different looking 82 this week, but I think he put emphasis on the wings there. He is down 10 spots from where he started. I think he's putting tires into the conversation, into the forefront of the conversation. Seth Berger working his way forward. He is 18th right now, working on James Gilliard. He's working up to Farron Elam Jr. and Adam Gardner right up ahead of him. How about Landon Cardullo also trying to make some hay up on the outside there? James Gilliard. Two fast drivers kind of going at it here. We'll see if they can make do and hold it steady. But they have a lot of work to do, and they might need a couple yellows to fall in their favor if they're going to be moving up through the running order. The good news for Seth Berger, even though he's a playoff driver tonight, he came into today's race with about a 15-point cushion over the cut line. He might be using it all tonight, though. That is not good news with a track like Dover coming up and the wild card, really, of the Daytona road course. See what goes on up front. Joseph Kazi has got... he is still gaining company now from the 90 of Christian Converse. And look at this run Converse has got. How hard is he going to push? He's going to send it to the inside. To the inside, Converse. Now Kazi way up the track in that second lane. Converse trying to make it work. And I think Converse gets the lead at that lap, but Kazi drives back. They're still switching it up front. Don't look too soon. Greg Holt wants to get in on this. Converse worked really hard to get that 90 to rotate in the center of the corner. 15 laps into the run, and Kazi just got the power down around the outside. Top three going at it here at Las Vegas. We're going to watch this field come on by. Look at Converse fan out. How about Holt to the inside of Converse? Don't slide up. Oh, almost contact between the two, but that's what Kazi wants to see. He's kind of built himself a friendly roadblock behind him. Both of those drivers are kind of working with Kazi. They're both kind of teammates to Joseph Kazi. And he's kind of built himself a little fortress out in front. Look at these beautiful cameras provided by Whiplash Media. Go check them out if you haven't. You get to really see all the angles of Las Vegas and hear all the sounds that this beautiful 1.5 mile speedway, the Desert Speed Palace itself, can provide. Oh, into the wall! I think both Joseph and Converse got the wall. Here comes Greg Holt. To the inside, Greg Holt fighting hard on Joseph Kazi. And Greg Holt, will he be able to get the job done out of 4? Kazi fights hard, but if he got right side damage, that's not going to help. So Greg Holt cleared to the race lead. Let's see what had happened to Joseph Kazi. And, here's what happened. Him and Converse both found the outside wall. And they kind of just both followed. Converse followed Kazi up there. I don't know what Kazi was really trying to get done. Anyway, Jacob Zala has fallen his way back here behind Malenko and Schaefer. Service back here as well, and Converse under attack from a lot of the Swift and Squanch boys back here. These four, they're coming loaded up to the number 90 of Christian Converse. Here comes Max Service, Christian Converse going at it. Two of the youngest drivers in the field right here. I think both of them together have a combined age of 33, and there's a handful of drivers that are older than that. But here comes Service around the outside of Christian Converse, and he's going to slide right up in front of Malenko. Malenko's not going to have any of it. If you know how Malenko drives, he was not going to take that. He's going to send it to the inside. He's going to be able to get the job done on the number 90, and I think that right side damage may really be affecting Converse here. Max might have caught the wall there, but Max moves into the podium position, and here comes Jacob Zala as well. Now Reese Schaefer and Christian Converse quickly falling here. He's going to need a yellow. He's going to get back into this thing. Zala slides up the track and trying to keep that number 4 under control. He's back into the top 5. Check in on Seth Berger and how he's doing. He's just worked his way past Farron Elam Jr. in that number 20 NOS. So he had a Supra. And he's got a lot of work to do still. Like Tyler Markle actually just got passed, and Schaefer's gotten by Converse. Christian Converse falls to the 7th position, and you're still seeing these drivers fight for the inside 23 laps into a run. Greg Holt now holds a half-second advantage over Joseph Kazi, and 1.5 seconds over Max Service. Andrew St. Cour says Max will be good in the long run. Just stay with them, number 81. Let's ride on board with Max Service here with the helmet cam. Trying to chase down the 2 ahead. And watching Max Service at work try to reel them in, but he's bringing Malenko with him. And Malenko with a long run vehicle. I am very impressed with Malenko's, I guess, coming to on these mile and a halves. He is not a mile and a half driver by really any means, but he's here tonight in full force. Looks like we had a little bit of a problem with the stream. Hopefully it's stabilized here, but Malenko has just gotten by Max Service here. I want to see if we can get the stream back in total stable condition, and I will show you exactly how this happened. It looks like we've stabilized it, so let me cue this up once again for you, and you can see this overtake in all of its glory. And this is Malenko just driving to the inside, and man, Max just kind of, you know, he just straight up got beat. He got absolutely driven past there. Greg Holt now holds a 2-second advantage over Malenko, 1-second advantage over Joseph Kazi. And here's the action back here. Whoa, Gaff right and Pratt going at it. Near contact out of turn number 2 there. This is a little gaggle. Oh, Lingerfeld almost gets into a gaff right there. This is tight. Gaffrey trying to hold on to this number 27 as the field is kind of coming up to him now. Things happen quick at one of these high-speed mile and a halves. Look at this field fan out back here. Farron Elam trying to work the inside. still going at it on the inside. Now Kevin Thompson trying to work to the inside of Gaffright. Gaffright's going to force himself in line. And really, you try to find your way up here, but a lot of... Oh, I think somebody caught the wall back there. I think that might have been Scott Williams, potentially. I think he's okay holding on to this vehicle back here. Devin Smith, Adam Garner, James Gilliard. These three doing battle back here for the 22nd position. Max is not leaving Malenko alone up here. And Max catches the wall there in corner entry. Oh, we have caution on the speedway. Tyler Markle, Joshua Gaffright have crashed. Gaffright, big mess on the 27 car. Let's go ahead and see what had happened. Oh man, Gaffright kind of hooked to the inside there by Stutzman, and oh, what? Oh my goodness, Tyler Markle. Oh, and another driver hit him there. I think that was Devin Smith. Oh my goodness. And right on board here with Gaffright. He's kind of driving down the track, trying to save the 27. It overcorrects it right into the field, and my goodness. Man, that would have been something if that was a playoff driver. We'll see here. He just... maybe the tires are old, but it looks like he lost control in the middle of the back straightaway, and Stutzman really had nowhere to go. Let's see if we can cue this up here. So here's Stutzman. He drives down to the inside. He kind of holds it there on the seam, and I mean, he came up a little bit as well. They're both kind of weaving all over. And what this really, I really want to see Tyler Markle's perspective. And here's Markle. You can see the turning happened there, and Markle thinks he's past it, and it's hooked. That hurts. So, pit lane, busy. We'll see here. It is Holt. And then Causey's getting damage repaired. So Malenko comes out in second, Service third. Schaefer fourth, Miz fifth. And we'll get a word in with Max Service so far. Nick Shepard says great action so far. And we'll get that requested interview Dana had asked for Max Service, and if we get another yellow, we'll definitely talk to Greg Holt. But we have a requested interview for our third place runner right now, Mr. Max Service. Max, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I see you're having a nice little run up here towards the front, the top five. What was kind of happening there in the long run? St. Core's been in the chat saying you're really going to come to life on the long run, and then Malenko just drives right past you. What was happening there? Were you letting him by, or what was happening?
Oh, I let him by. He was a little quicker there. He saved his stuff a lot more. He let me by earlier. I figured I'd return the favor, but I didn't quite have the brake bias low enough to get the turn in. So once I brought it down, I started to hang with him and catch him back again. So we'll see how the car is. I don't know if it's too good, but I think it's pretty solid. I don't think it's winning, but we'll see how I can manage these tires, because I know I was a little worse off than some people here, but I don't know.
So Holt kind of, got away after he got past Causey and Converse. Do you think you and Mal maybe have anything for the 3 car?
Maybe on a longer run. I know I'm not pushing on a short run. I'm kind of thrilled to be up in third instead of starting seventh on a restart because I don't have to come through as many cars and tear up the tires. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm just here for a good run. It's been tough recently. I haven't ran good in probably 7, 8 weeks. I haven't finished anywhere near a podium.
Oh man, we'll leave you to it. Looking good so far. Best luck to you tonight, the rest of the evening, and hopefully we're talking to you on that far side.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Driver of the number 81 Max Service doing his work there. True Nova Scotia. He represents in the Outlaw Sim Series. Greg Holt, our race leader. Malenko to the outside. It'll be Service, Schaefer, Miz in the top 5 over McClune, Berger, the top 7. The iRacing.com safety car in the safety of pit lane, and we are racing once again from Las Vegas. Max Service trying to hold station in second, but here comes Reese Schaefer powering up the inside. Got around to 7 of Malenko, and now Schaefer. Oh, there's a little bit checking up in the back. I think that might have been Pratt getting the wall there off of turn 2. He looks like he keeps his number 75 under control. And to the outside back here is Kyle Lingerfeld. To the outside of Setzer. The moves on these restarts, they are giving it to him. Here comes Reese Schaefer. A confident driver at that on the mile and a half this season. 2 wins this season at Chicagoland and Legacy, Kentucky. And so what's Las Vegas to Reese Schaefer? Just another mile and a half. And look at the power he's coming up to Greg Holt with here. The run off of turn number 4. Reese Schaefer trying to make do in his number 17 Circle K Chevrolet Camaro. He rides right up to that 3 car. And now we kind of anxiously wait for the move. You don't want to make your move too early. You don't want to send it into the corner and wear out your stuff as well. So he's kind of maybe going to try to force Holt into a mistake here. But these two, Holt and Schaefer, they kind of duked it out at, what was it, Legacy, Kentucky. Reese Schaefer, by the way, went purple last lap. Purple means fastest lap of the race. He ran a 31:27 the last lap, trying to catch up to Greg Holt up here. And he is laying it on him. St. Cour says Gaffrey's got to go. He blames the league every time. He drove down, but blames Stutzman. Dan Park says, did the 90 leave? Oh, we had another crash. Caution on the speedway. Oh, no. Doug Solms, Tyler Markle again. Eric Peck. Jeremiah Stutzman, a playoff driver involved. James Gilliard. Landon Cardullo's got damage. Devin Smith's car has a little bit of... Actually, that car looks clean. My goodness, what happened back here? Get to look at the replay. Watching Doug Solms back here. I think he's enough. Oh, Cardullo gets Gilliard and everybody runs over one another trying to avoid it. And oh, Markle slides right into it. Oh, man. Let's, need to see a little bit more of how this happened. Let's see. This is this is Landon working his way up to James Gilliard here. We're right on board. I should get the helmet cam queued up here. This is Landon. This might be a lap prior. Yeah, this is a lap prior. So we're going to kind of watch this lap kind of happen here. So this is into turn 3, and he kind of powers by Devin Smith right there. Now Cardullo's got a great run on James Gilliard. He's all over the 33. This might be just miscommunication and maybe mistiming, misjudging, but we'll see here into turn 1. Kind of, oh, that's so hard to judge. Looked like the bottom was open for Cardullo, and Gilliard might have came down. Let's get a of our blimp. Let's get a blimp view of this incident and see how this really all went down. Right there, it looks like Gillier was trying to make the arc for the corner, and oh man, Tyler Markle. Let's see, right here, from the blimp view, this is the lap, and we'll see here. Gillier's in that second groove. Landon's on the inside, and it's kind of just missed timing, and Stutzman slows down. Solms doesn't. Markle slams the brakes and slams into it. Let's see if we can see from Markle's point of view how this happened. Oh, you can't see anything in that smoke. Oh, man. That one sucks. That one sucks. Wow. Let's even get a quick word in with Greg Holt. We got a lap here, so maybe a couple questions here. But, Greg, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Seeing this number 3 back up front, it's been a little bit. Calling your name towards the front. I know there, Atlanta was its own thing. But, yeah, how do you feel about Las Vegas?
I just got to stay out of the wall. I mean, when I was at Vegas, or at Atlanta, I was leading and I barely touched the wall, and it gave me 30 seconds of damage, and that's what, it just killed it.
Yeah,
never get to show what it was, because it felt good.
A lot of drivers felt that at Atlanta as well. Just, you know, slight taps and races pretty much over. So tonight, looks like Kazi and Converse, they were going to hang with you. Really, you were behind them. And then they both caught the wall, and now they're both out of here.
Oh, well, they were racing each other a little bit.
Right.
I got under Christian, and then I was kind of racing Christian a little bit.
Right.
To try to use him up. And then Kazi hit the wall, and Christian hit at the exact same time. I thought I was dead. Because I knew when I saw Kazi hit, I was like, Christian's going to do the same damn thing. And I was close to him. I'm like, oh, no. Here we go.
I cannot believe they, you know, didn't come off the wall and take you. And then at the top 3 wreck, where does the rest of the field go?
Yeah, I don't know. That would have been a predicament. I'm glad that everybody didn't wreck.
Right. All right. So, you know, 42 laps, you kind of, you know, got out to that lead. Then that first caution happened. The restart here, it was Service and Malenko behind you, and then Schaefer kind of drove through them. So now Schaefer starts here outside. What are you thinking on this restart?
I'm just going to ride my own. Thanks, dude. I'm going to let Reese do whatever he wants. I'm going to run my own pace. If he wants to go by, and then, you know, I'm not really going to fight it. I'm just going to make sure I don't lose a ton of positions because I think you just burn it up. He faded after that first run, so maybe you see the same thing. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe he'll learn.
Right on. Looks like you and Reese kind of, you know, were duking it out a couple of the other mile and a halves this season, and he's kind of gotten the better of you at Kentucky. So did you learn anything from maybe, you know, what had happened, what had gone down at Kentucky that you can maybe change here?
I need to, every race that's been like this that I've been in, I have touched the wall or gotten contact from another car. I need to just completely and totally avoid that, and I will be fine. You just got to ride it out. Just run my own race and stay away from the wall. That's all I got to do. It's the name of the game in this car. You touch that wall and it's game over, because anything, if it's 10 seconds or less, you might be all right. You get up near 30 seconds and it's game over. You're got to do so much of the straightaway speed that you might as well go park it like Christian just did.
Man, somebody just asked in the chat if Christian had parked, so thank you.
He did. He was losing like 2-3 tenths a lap, and you know, so you can't, and even fixing it's not going to fix that. But we are about to go green. So.
Right. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. Best luck to you the rest of this race, and pretty speedy number 3. Questionable livery, but I'll leave it at that. But yeah, we'll leave you to it. Best luck to you, and hopefully we're talking to you on the far side.
All right, thanks, Emerson.
Right on. Oh goodness, which Discord channel? Found it.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, and that was driver of the number 3, Greg Holt. He'll be restarting to the inside of Reese Schaefer. The safety car is in, and we're racing once again at Las Vegas. Words are hard. And a great restart from Greg Holt. How about Jason Miz up here? After getting his 4th top 5 of the season last week at Atlanta. He's powering to the outside of Max Service, trying to put himself into 3rd. Trying to get his 5th top 5 on the season, and how much better would it be if it was a podium. They're fighting up front as well. Let's not leave these two. Schaefer, Holt. This is going to be a fun one. Here comes Schaefer peeking to the inside. Trying to hook that white line. Can he get the power off of turn number 4? Side by side to the line. Greg Holt with the advantage. Schaefer's going to try to roll up, actually fall back in line behind the number 3. And let's ride off the back bumper of Greg Holt and see just how close Schaefer gets right up to... Oh my goodness, look at how tight that 17 is on the back end of Greg. Oh no, Adam Gardner's had a crash. I think that was incorrect on timing and scoring, but let's see what timing and scoring said was a crash. Did he catch the wall here in the 3? Oh no, he had a lag moment. It looks like all is fine on the 56 of Adam Gardner, but back up front. Schaefer trying to put it to the 3 of Greg Holt, riding on board with Reese once again. Off the front bumper. Trying to make this outside work. Can he get to the outside? He looks like he's got there. That might be all she needs. The 17 Chevrolet Camaro, the Circle K on the front end, trying to get that thing around the outside, and at Las Vegas it looks like it's gonna work. He's got the power, he's got the run, he's got the lead. It is Reese Schaefer. Lap 49. Lap 49 of 175, Reese Schaefer to the race lead. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully all y'all in the chat tonight are enjoying the show. Back here, the battle for 6th, Keith Helton, Joshua McClune. McClune, one of those playoff drivers in that Skittles Toyota Supra. Josh McClune having a nice little run. Fitting from York, Pennsylvania. His one win this season was at Legacy Pocono up there in Pennsylvania. But Joshua McClune, he's been quiet. He's a top 5 driver in the standings. I think he came in as the 4th seat today. And trying to make something work. Trying to get, himself into prime position to have a shot at the title. All you need to do is make it to Kansas. Kansas is that final race of the season. If you can be one of those 4 championship competitors at Kansas, anything can and almost anything will happen in a race. And how about Jason Miz still holding station up in 3rd? Does he have anything for Greg Holt in 2nd? Let's ride on board with Jason Miz. Give this 24 some love. Again, trying to get his 5th top 5 on the season. Something came to life in the 24 at mile and a halves. Miz trying to work this 24, work these lines, work the right front tire to keep that 24 going forward. And if Holt is correct, then Schaefer, he falls off on the long run. And if Holt, struggles to get past Schaefer, if Miz can keep his right front on it, Miz might have something to say for this race lead, and Max Service follows tightly behind. Again, the drivers' names in red on the ticker up on the top of your screen are playoff drivers. The ones in black, they're just normal Outlaw Sim Series drivers not contending for a championship. That is the beauty of playoffs in motorsport, in NASCAR at least. The elimination style format, means, they're eliminated from championship contention, but they still show up and race each and every week. They race for wins, they race for pride, they race for points. And that's why they're here. If their name's in black, they're just here to have a good time. In red, they're here to have a good time, and there's a little bit of pressure to their situation. Looks like retired from the race are Gilliard, Markle, Gaffright, and Converse. Everybody else appears to be on the lead lap. I think we've ran about 30 laps that first green flag run and really haven't had the chance to see if there would be any lap vehicles since. Trying to gauge the landscape as well to see how long these drivers can go on fuel and tires with the 75% fuel loads. Makes it a little bit different. Here comes Max Service to the inside of Jason Miz for the third position. Miz holding station up high. Look at Kazi drive forward. Kazi reinvigorated in that number 88. He's got some run on Jason Miz here as well. Joseph Kazi. Tyler Markle has crashed. Oh no. What happened to Tyler now? Did he catch the wall? Oh, he hit the wall by himself off of turn 2, and he might have just called it a day. And that's exact. Yep, he just put it back into the wall, and he might be out of here now. So it looks like Markle, is out of here. And see, Gilliard's not here as well. So okay, so those four. I thought Markle was gone already, but he's gone now. Pass to the lead. Greg Holt to the inside of Schaefer. I think Schaefer, did use up his stuff pretty quickly here, but Greg Holt gonna try to find his way right by. And regaining the race lead now, Greg Holt back out in front. And now gonna start to leg Reese Schaefer, Max Service, if he wants anything to say, along with Joseph Kazi. They're gonna have to get around Schaefer pretty quickly here if Schaefer's used up his stuff. Now, could Schaefer also be saving? Who knows? But Reese Schaefer looking like he's in trouble. He might be falling to the sharks here pretty soon. Also, Schumacher, who was in 26th, he's now up to 10th over Malenko. Malenko looks like he's falling back big time. Did Malenko catch the wall? Oh no, boys, that right side is damaged on the 7. That might be game over. You heard Greg Holt talk about it in his interview under the caution period. Comes Keith Helton on the inside of Jason Miz for the 5th position. And Malenko's got some right side damage, and as a playoff driver, he needs to really get, reacquainted with moving that 7 car forward, because also Seth Berger has moved his way forward 13 spots from where he started, by the way. Seth Berger now in the 8th position. His 5 wins this season. Back up front, Reese Schaefer under heavy attack from Max Service. Here comes Max. Oh, he has to really get the wheel turned left to get to the inside of Schaefer. He's going to have to send it into 1. Schaefer's going to acknowledge that, I believe. Schaefer still fights hard on the outside. He's going to make Max do everything he's got to do if he's going to get around Schaefer. The Hellmans, number 81, Chevrolet Camaro, trying to get that inside to work. Here comes Joseph Kazi in that green degree, number 88. Is he going to take it 3 wide? He wants to. He wants to get by both of these very quickly. And how aggressive he's going to be. 1 playoff driver, 1 non-playoff driver in this mix. And all of this going on for second as Greg Holt opens an advantage. 1.3 seconds out in front now. Kazi to the inside of Schaefer. Now Max is clear. And they're both going to get on by. And now Max has got to pick up the pace. If he wants any shot at Greg Holder, Kazi's going to jump all over the opportunity to get around Max. Seth Berger is moving forward. Oh, Jason Miz going backwards. That might be tire wear on the 24. Also, you got to think, there's some drivers who stayed out, and there are drivers who pitted on that most recent caution. They're going to be trying to work their way forward. Here's Seth Berger on Josh McClune for 6th. Seth Berger might have something to say before this race is over. Dennis Montez says, make it 6. Number 77, Tyler Markle says, good luck to the teammates and the other playoff drivers. Yeah, that was a rough one, Tyler. Sorry to see that happen. Seth Berger trying to clear Josh McClune, but here comes Adrian Schumacher as well. Schumacher mastering the tire saving as well. 3 playoff drivers going at it for the 6th position. Seth Berger is clear in the 6th, but now McClune, he's got to fend off Adrian Schumacher. Adrian Schumacher with his 3 wins this season makes him a prime contender for the championship. You think, you know, they're only at road courses and plate tracks, but Adrian Schumacher, he's steadily improved on these ovals, and this tire conservation, this run from 26th to going at it for 7th speaks volumes on the way he's progressed on oval. Oval racing, self-proclaimed road racer. That was not his thing, oval racing was. He kind of joined this and he had to learn from himself. One of my EWRL F1 drivers. All he knew was road racing. You know, he knew NASCAR. He's played NASCAR games, but not to this extent. And to learn pretty much a whole different discipline of motorsport, it has been an absolute phenomenal thing to watch Schumacher not only, you know, come and, you know, dominate those, you know, road course races that he won, and then get, you know, in the photo finish, by the way, with the driver he's battling with on screen, it was him and Josh McClune, 1/1000th of a second as Schumacher beat McClune at Daytona. But also the top 5s and the podiums at very, you know, difficult ovals, you know, for somebody who's not used to oval racing. You know, some of those ovals are really tough. Max Service has reeled in a 10th on Greg Holt back out in front, but Schumacher is clear of Josh McClune. And again, McClune is a silent fighter, if you will. He's up there in the points pretty much his whole time, but we don't really say his name. McClune is just nice, smooth, and consistent, and he brings the heat every week when he needs to. Seth Berger on Reese Schaefer. Seth Berger trying to go from 21st to 5th. In 70 laps, he's going to cross to the inside of Reese Schaefer. Forget the line, he got him, and he'll have an opportunity to send it in there into turn 3. Looks like Max lost the time he gained on Greg Holt now. Max has lost 0.3 to Greg Holt. Last time we checked, it was, you know, 1.6, then Max brought it down to a 1.5 and now up to 1.8. So something amiss on the 81 that last time round. Seth Berger, by the way, from 21st to 5th. He is rocking his way forward. Greg Holt, all by himself, is near 2-second advantage over the highest running playoff driver right now of Max Service. The Canadian running 2nd. Consistent on these mile and a halves. He's got 1 win on the mile and a half this season at Legacy, Texas. His other win this season was at Legacy Phoenix, a 1 mile short track, and also another track in the desert. So a lot of things going for him. But this is a mile and a half, a track out in the desert. You know, can Max, you know, do something to reel in those 2 seconds on Greg Holt? I don't know, but we're approaching 100 laps to go, and you know, with them pitting on lap 32, now granted there was the caution after that as well, but you got to think pit stops are coming, I'd say somewhere in the next 10 to 15 laps. Absolutely, right? Like, there's no way they don't pit. By the way, Adrian Schumacher, Henri Schaefer right here. Schumacher So there's Berger. Schumacher getting clear. Schaefer. All of these drivers, they're all around the same age, by the way. 19, 19, 20. I myself, I'm 19, so seeing my, my age group really fight it out here. A little refreshing, to know that this is kind of the peak of the series, if you will. Granted, there's a 40-year-old leading, and he is absolutely putting on the margin. It's up to 2.3 seconds over max service. Here comes Keith Helton. This is second Outlaw Sim Series start. We have not received no info for him. If he's gonna submit info, that's his prerogative. But we do have that stat line. And Seth Berger. Well, by the way, Keith Helton, I believe I searched him up on iRacing earlier today, and this man, he has been on here since 2008. By the way, I think Joseph Causey has hit the pit lane, so it could be that time. Joseph Causey, the 32-year-old Floridian, 3 wins this season, made himself into the playoffs, missing 6 races. What a run it's been for him. By the way, Reese Schaefer has come into the pit lane, so absolutely pit stops happening now. Schaefer and Miz, they're in now. Catch back up with leader Greg Holt, and how long can he stay out here before pitting? Jacob Zala entered the pit lane. He brings in Malenko with him. Malenko needs to probably get some damage repairs here. So working green flag pit stops here, and Jason Miz still in the pit box. He's getting some damage repaired. Man, that hurts, because Miz was up there big time, and he's going to lose a lot of time fixing that damage here on pit lane. Greg Holt goes by and puts a lap on Jason Miz. Josh McClune is in. Kevin Thompson is in. And again, these drivers coming down pit lane, getting their fuel and tires, so they can go about another 40 laps. That'll put them to 115. You go another 40 laps, that takes you to 155, and you should be good to the end. So if they pit now, it's a 2-stop to the end. Now you got to stretch about 10 laps. You got to go to like 85 to make it then, 135 to make it to the end here. By the way, Seth Berger, Kyle Lingerfelt, Theron Eliam Jr., Matthew Setzer is in. 4 drivers hit the pit lane that time round. Our all-star race winner there, Matthew Setzer. Theron Eliam with his 2 top 10s this season, trying to get a 3rd. Kyle Lingerfelt, his 1 win this season, moving him into this round of the playoffs. At Martinsville 2 weeks ago, he won. Here's Seth Berger. Max Service enters the pit lane. And that's number 81, Hellman's Chevrolet Camaro. Devin Smith is coming in from the 7th position. Back up to our race leader, working his way through turns 3 and 4. How long does Holt stay out? Can't imagine it'll be. He's coming now. He's coming out. Greg Holt is. Greg Holt, he's got to, make it the pit road. Don't speed, but don't take it easy. Also in front of him is Doug Solms entering the pit lane. Adrian Schumacher hitting the pit lane behind. Make sure he gets a pit speed. I think he did. Keith Helton stays out, takes over the race lead of the race. Andrew Pratt right now riding 2nd. Also staying out, Scott Williams, who pitted on lap 42. He's going to really work his way to help himself make it to the end. Along with Stutzman pitting on 42. Cardullo pitting on 40. Peck pitting on 41. Here comes Andrew Pratt to pit lane and Scott Williams. Scott Williams, the 56-year-old from Tennessee, making his 3rd Outlaw Sim Series start with us. And a nice little run. Here comes race leader Keith Helton. Try not to slip and slide on entry. And if I am correct, I believe. Well, oh, Landon Cardulo and Devin Smith have crashed. Oh, this is during pit cycles. Oh no, that is big. That is some dark smoke for Devin Smith and huge damage for Landon Cardulo. And the caution has come out with Jeremiah Stutzman in the race lead. Oh my goodness. A caution during pit cycles. That is huge. Let's see what happened. Oh, Devin Smith loses it in front of Landon Cardulo, right in front of Adam Gardner. Big wreck on the back straightaway. Man, what a hit for both of them. And that's a playoff driver and Devin Smith getting an accident. I thought this was Cardulo maybe staying out on old tires, but this was Devin Smith, really. Adam Gardner got a piece of that as well. Let's see, and he just got a little too high in the marbles, and oh man, just ran over back there. I think that's a 37 of Eric Peck. Man. That was Eric Peck involved as well. Second and third out there, man. That was huge. It's right on board with Cardulo and see. I think he was just trying to carry speed, Devin was, and got loose. And he tried to catch it, and man, there was nowhere for all of them to go. That is definitely heartbreaking. But a caution during pit cycles is going to trap a lot of people lap down. And Jeremiah Stutzman as the race leader. I cannot believe it. One more look at this accident. Devin Smith just out on fresh tires. Cold tires, though. Gets loose. Cardulo has to check up and not hit him. And then Gardner couldn't check up in time. Peck couldn't check up in time. Whoa, Setzer has to drive right through it. And that is difficult. So Jeremiah Stutzman is the race leader. As the caution is out, they're catching up to the safety car here on the back straightaway. This is huge. This is huge. Drivers potentially caught a lap down here, and that was the lucky dog going on by. That was Andrew Pratt. I think a lot of these drivers actually got through it okay, but Devin Smith, a huge name in that list of drivers who wrecked, a playoff driver, a 26-year-old with 5 top 5s, 14 top 10s this season. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So in the pit lane, here comes Stutzman, Peck, Kazi. Again, Adam Gardner with the damage. Reese Schaefer back in. Keith Helton's going to stay out. He just pitted. Max Service up to second. Looks like it'll be Greg Holt third. Seth Berger fourth. Adrian Schumacher fifth. Malenko in sixth. Kind of shocked he did not take the opportunity to pit. Kyle Lingerfeld in seventh. Kevin Thompson eighth. Andrew Pratt ninth. And let's see who is on the docket that we can talk to. Let's go look through the Discord. See who we've got around. Hey, take a look who we've got up here. Man, this one is a tough one. Let me see. Yeah, that was a huge wreck down the back straightaway. Let's see. I'd like to talk to Keith Helton. He is not in the Discord. We've talked to Max. We've talked to Holt. We talked to Seth in practice. Talked to Malenko in practice. There's Schumacher up there. I guess we could try to get. We talked to Lingerfeld in practice. Talked to Pratt in practice. And actually, here comes Thompson, Pratt, Kazi back in. There's something happening there as well. And I guess we're gonna let the caution play out. See, are we on the? Where are we? I think we're still on the 2 degree. So I guess we'll try to bring up. Let's try to bring up Adrian Schumacher here, driver number 82. Adrian, how you doing? Hey, Adrian, this is the Outlaws move. You got a copy? Looks like we're not going to be able to get an interview here with Adrian. That's okay. We tried. Let's see who we can bring on up. Who's out here on the lead lap? Well, I really don't know who else to bring up. But Devin, what happened?
It just snapped around on me. Going around, I assume guys with very old tires or something, but it just snapped around on me. Almost had it saved, I guess. That was close.
Yeah, it was starting to look like that McMurray saving if he got a little too high, caught the wall, and then there's 3 cars and old tires behind you that, had no chance of slowing down.
Nope, not at all.
So tough blow. How bad is the 95?
We got about a minute's worth of damage. We got about 13 seconds left though, so we'll find out. Engine-wise should still all be there. I think it's just gonna be aero right now.
Fair enough. Any chance? Well, I guess you'll find out. I was gonna say, any chance this 95 is able to, make up any spots here?
Depends on who all quits from now until the end of the race.
Well, very straightforward, yeah. But that was a rough one.
I don't know who's all on the same lap as I am right now.
You are. I think you have Solms on the. No, Solms is behind you. No clue.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one on the 2 laps down there. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave you to it. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, no problem.
Best luck to you.
Thank you.
It's a 95 of Devin Smith, and yeah, that was a rough one. Good to get his side of things and see what had happened. Yeah. Oh, look at Donald Stern in the house. Donald Stern Taco was back in the console league quite a ways back, and back on the Heat games. And good to see him back here supporting the series. Green flag is back in the air. Keith Helton making his second Outlaw Sim Series start, pulls out in front by a little bit of a margin here, but here comes Greg Holt powering up the inside, trying to get clear of Max Service. But yeah, it was good to get Devin's side of things and give Devin a little bit of an opportunity there, a little bit of his moment to shine. I know there was the accident that happened there, and he's a playoff driver that needs a lot of things to go his way here now. But Dover, Daytona Road Course, those could be good ones. But back up front now, Keith Helton under heavy attack from Greg Holt, who's been super fast today. That number 3 Toyota Supra has been. He's sliding up the track now on Helton. Helton gave a little bit of space to Greg Holt because I guess he thought he was coming up the track. But Holt keeps that number 3 under control. Helton has to check up. He's holding on to it there on the outside, though, and Service trying to clear into second. Service is clear. Does Service have anything for Holt? Max Service chasing down the number 3. Service trying to rotate that white line, that number 81 Chevrolet Camaro on the white line there in turns 1 and 2. Coming up to the 3 into turn 3. Max trying to do what he can. That is a tough situation to be. That is the fastest guy, all day today. But Max, right there, that last time around, I mean, the lap times, they're Max was almost a 10th faster than Greg Holt. And here he goes to the inside. The run on Greg Holt. Now, was that 10th because of draft? I don't know. The Service to the inside, trying to take over the race lead. The Canadian duking it out with one of the tied with the most wins this season. Greg Holt has 5. Max has 2. Service still duking it out. Here comes Schaefer into the mix, but how long will we be able to stay up here? Service has to check up big time. We have a very shallow entry to turn 1. Here comes Schaefer with a run around up to the back end of Mac's service, and is Schaefer going to be able to rough up Holt maybe any and help out Max? But Holt really has this race on lock. It looks like there's a lot of comers and goers, but the constant is the 3 of Greg Holt and the amazing run he's put on. Taking a look at the chat, Mark Berger has been here supporting Seth. Said, let's go number 77, you got this. Burger Nation rise up, hey bud. Rebecca Berger says, great job moving up, number 77. Nick Shepard said, no peak yawn. I think talking to my attempt to interview Adrian Schumacher there under the caution. And Lisa Berger says, go Seth. Into second position now is Reese Schaefer. Does he have anything for Mr. Greg Holt himself, trying to get his 6th win on the season? Greg is. All of these drivers from the north, by the way. You know, Greg Holt from Maine, Schaefer from Michigan, and Max from Nova Scotia. They're all kind of, on that eastern side of North America, but up north. And, I don't know. Just trying to make a little connection there. Here comes Schaefer with the run on Holt. Going to be a little bit of a nuisance to the 3, because I don't know how long Schaefer's going to be able to stay up here. Holt made that note under his interview, or during his interview under the lap 40 caution. And then Schaefer then proceeded to prove that point with being up here for about 10 to 15 laps and then really losing touch with the 3. But we'll see here Schaefer all over the back end of the 3, and Max kind of watching and waiting in the wings, kind of hoping Schaefer screws with Holt's, I guess, preferred line to help his case any. But right now Schaefer just kind of following. He's tailing the number 3. Through 1 and 2 is not really forcing his way to the inside. I think this is his effort to try to save tires. Potentially, I don't know. But look at the top 3. They are absolutely gone from Keith Helton and company. And how about Theron Elam? Theron Elam Jr., the 2 top 10s this season, still looking for his first top 5, but he rides 5th right now. He's got, I think, 2 6th place finishes here at Auto Club and Atlanta. Theron Elam trying to take 4th, and Schaefer has gone to the race lead. He's absolutely sent it on Greg Holt, but he's sliding back up. Here comes Holt back to the inside. Side by side down the back straightaway here at Las Vegas. Schaefer cannot get the power down. Holt's about to clear right back by Schaefer, but Schaefer keeping that nose up there, and now Schaefer's got to get to the crossover, but Holt with the block to the grass. Goes to 3. He kicked up some grass blades there on the inside of the front straightaway, and now Schaefer desperate to the outside. Now he looks on Greg Holt. He's got to the outside. He's going to have to send it into turn 3, though, and he's going to have to use up a little bit of that right front if he's going to have any shot. He drive it in hard. He drove it in hard into turns 3 and 4. Is he going to be able to get the run? Holt slides. They almost made contact. They did not. They did not make contact, but they're still side by side. Oh, they are almost making contact. Holt's going to slide behind the 17 of Reese Schaefer, and new leader. It is the Michigander, Reese Schaefer. Check out the chat here. Mark Berger says, go Seth. David Walton says, let's go Helton. Catherine Lingerfeld says, go Kyle, cheering for you, bro. And Kerry Young says, great comeback, Seth. Keep it up. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how Keith Helton's doing in that 5th position now. As Elam has driven past. Elam into 4th. Elam is coming. Keith Helton, though, they're in that 5th position again, making his 2nd Outlaw Sim Series start. Got a couple laps led and doing his thing. Seth Berger riding in the 6th position. And look at those top 3. There they are. Still Schaefer, Holt, and Service. There's Seth Berger closing up on Keith Helton. And then Kyle Lingerfeld doing his own thing in the 9th position, closing up on Jacob Zala. Kyle Lingerfeld trying to get his 2nd win this season to kind of help himself into the next round of the playoffs. Here's Berger around the outside of Helton, and Berger is clear to the 5th position. Schumacher coming as well from 7th. Again, appreciate all of you tuning in this evening. Hope you're enjoying the show. We are now all way actually into the second half of this race. That was, I think, lap 87 was halfway if I'm doing my math correctly. But anyway, we are now, 75, coming around to 74 laps to go. And Keith Helton on the drop, to be honest. He is dropping down the running order. Schumacher's going by for 6th. And Schumacher is clear. Up front, Schaefer under heavy attack from Greg Holt. Max Service has not been able to do anything since Schaefer's gotten out in front. And now Holt kind of stalking the back end of the 17. You right on board, and look at that. Toyota Supra. Whoa, is he going to send it to the inside? He wants to. Wow. That is tight. Now Schaefer under attack from Holt. Holt's going to have to send it into 3. Schaefer keeps it up there. Those two going side by side should be great help to Max Service. But Max is kind of still waiting in the wings. Way up the track goes Reese Schaefer. Holt with the run on the inside. Schaefer's going to try to keep the power on the outside. Holt with the advantage into turn 3, but Schaefer keeping the pressure, keeping the 17 out there. Still out there. He's got to leave him the room. Holt has to cut the front straightaway. Schaefer keeping the fender to the outside of the 3 car, keeping himself in the game, keeping himself alive for the race lead, but for how much longer? I think Holt has cleared his way back to the race lead. What a run it's been for Holt, by the way. Under attack several times by several different drivers, but he remains the constant out in front. And now Schaefer's got to keep this 17 in contention. Andrew St. Cour says, keep it up, number 81. And Mad Dog Burger says, you can do it, Seth. Well, let's go ahead and drop back a little bit, and there is a tight battle back here. This is Malenko and Scott Williams. Scott sliding up. Malenko keeping it there on the outside of the 64. Causey following suit, and Setzer. Around the outside, Malenko goes. He's trying to clear the 64. Causey trying to go up to the outside of Malenko to try to take it 3 wide. Malenko not blocking, but no, Causey way up the track. Big moment for Joseph. Trying to get the run off the corner now. I mean, they both clear Scott Williams here. Now Joseph and Malenko can go to work on each other for 12th. Kevin Thompson has gone around Keith Helton, and Kevin Thompson into 7th. What a run for Kevin Thompson as he tries to work his way forward. Kyle Lingerfelt has a little bit of a moment there with the 9 car all over the back end, trying to find his way, slipping and sliding, darting around the back straightaway. Really, Lingerfelt sends it to the inside on Helton. Helton kind of really going backwards now, with Helton staying out there on that caution. Here comes Zala as well. Zala trying to get to the inside of the 9, but the 9 way up the track to get his run off the corner and keep himself alive with Lingerfeld, and he's going to try to cross him over off of turn 2. Not able to. Back to the outside. Helton looks. Seth Berger under attack from Adrian Schumacher. And how about, once again, I got to shout him out, Farron Elam Jr. The amazing run he's done so far, looking for his first top 5 on the season. Right now, in 4th. From Gardendale, Alabama. Again, 2 6th place finishes at Auto Club and last week at Atlanta. Trying to get a couple spots higher this time. Helton trying to come back on Lingerfelt. Down the back straightaway, here comes Pratt. Andrew Pratt to the inside of Keith Helton. Can he clear the 9 in the P9? Is the 75 of Andrew Pratt. Now Greg Holt trying to leg up, or starting to leg out Reese Schaefer, 7/10 of a second, now 8/10 as Holt opens up the advantage. Max Service, he's got to really find his way around Reese soon before Holt drives away. But Max just has to kind of ride as well. Not really a whole lot of momentum in his favor. Here comes Max. The run, he peeks to the inside. Trying to take second. He said riding in third long enough behind a dwindling 17 car. Max working the inside. Adam Gardner hits the pit lane. And Max will clear into the second position. Max have anything for Greg Holt? The gap is now 1.25 seconds. Looks like Malika got around both. Helton lost spots to both Malenko and Setzer. Adam Gardner had his trip through the pit lane. And he is now on his way to pit exit. Joseph Kazi on Jacob Zolla. Joseph Kazi having to work his way forward. And Jacob will file in line behind the 88. This is Stutzman on Scott Williams, her 15th. Stutzman with some damage. Trying to make things happen in that 71. Keep himself alive. Adam Gardner on fresh tires. He's going to send it 3 wide. No, blow right by both of them. Now Setzer on Malenko. Jacob Zolla, something happened with Jacob. Oh, coming to pit lane. Malenko really checks up there. I want to see what happened to Jacob Zolla. Something happened. I don't know. Maybe just really off the pace. I thought he maybe had an incident. He was close to Kazi, but something might have really caught that 4 car out there, and he just had to really check up to avoid the wall. But Max Service is in the pit lane. And he is down and away trying to undercut Greg Holt. And Greg Holt, he cannot stay out there too long, right? Like, we'll have to see how this plays out. Does Holt have the opportunity to go to like 125? Because that would be, good to the end, I believe, if you can get to the 125 safely. Jeremiah Stutzman on Keith Helton here for the 11th position. And he is clear of the 9. Theron Elam getting passed by Seth Berger here. Elam got the 3rd for a split second. Actually, he's going to try to power back by Seth to stay in 3rd. Still fighting on the inside. Doug Solms hits the pit lane. And this is still a battle back here along with Adrian Schumacher. 4v3rd position. Seth still fighting the 20 hard. Cannot get clear of Elam. Elam keeps the power down in the 20. And now Seth is clear to 20. And has slides up in front. And Seth tries to hold on to 3rd. He's got a block to the apron. Here comes Schumacher as well. Elam can't worry about everything in front. He's also getting attacked from behind. And these are 2 playoff drivers. Elam's also got to, be careful to not get into him. That would be huge. I think Greg Holt's coming. He just slowed down for the corner. He's using some brake, Greg Holt is. Reese Schaefer staying out. I think they can go, if they can go about 5 to 8 more laps, they should be good to the end. Everybody else is banking on either another pit stop or another yellow if they came in already. Which is going to be huge to the strategy. Elam now getting overtaken by Schumacher. Joshua McClune has entered the pit lane. Schumacher lets Farron by. There's McClune. They're both coming to pit lane. Schumacher staying out. Here comes Max. Massive undercut. Trying to win this race, Max Services. But he's going to have to make another stop. He cannot make it to the end. He's got a bank on Holt and everybody else not making or having to make another stop. Also entering the pit lane is Lingerfelt. And Setzer. Did Zala have to come back in? Oh, Zala's out. Miz is on pit lane. And now Holt's in. I don't think Holt can make it to the end. He's going to probably have to do a splash at the end. Service might as well. So Holt is in. Schaefer is out there still. Max passes right on by. This is really going to come down to which strategy prevails. Because Kevin Thompson is in the pit lane. Scott Williams is in the pit lane now. Schaefer, by the way, he pit on lap 83. He's going to come in now. He probably could have stretched it to make it on one more stop. He could have stretched it to make it to the end, really, if he had the same fuel mileage as Greg Holt. By the way, Andrew Pratt has stayed out. That's an important note. That's a playoff driver leading a lap, which is a bonus point. Jeremiah Stutzman trying to make this a one-stop. Joseph Causey out here as well. Schumacher still in the pit lane with Schaefer. Now Schumacher on pit exit here. Schaefer as well. And here, Max Service enters turn 3. Greg Holt is in 1 and 2. Max Service has a massive lead, but Max has got to save some fuel, or he's really got to time this pit stop outright. Jeremiah Stutzman hits the pit lane. He does not stay out to try to get some laps led. I think Stutzman thinks he can make it to the end from here. Andrew Pratt still out there, along with Joseph Causey and Keith Helton. But Max Service is the theoretical race leader. Andrew Pratt is the actual race leader right now. And we see how long can Pratt go. Andrew St. Cour says 2 great runs in a row, 20. St. Cour's happy for Farron Elam. Here comes the race leader, Andrew Pratt, the pit lane. One of the playoff drivers. He'll give up the race lead to Joseph Causey, who's in a pack of cars. This is scary if you are Joseph. But everybody will get by cleanly. Taking a look at the chat. Caitlin Armstrong says, Helton losing spots. Stop wasting my time with this trash. Helton, get it together. Wow, I love the motivation. Debbie Talada says, smart move on Kyle to pit. By the way, somebody else came into the pit lane there. That was Eric Peck. Hitting again, I believe. Oh, that front end is damaged. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no, it's been damaged. So I don't know what the call was there. Joseph Causey is going to ensure he can make it to the end of this race without pitting, I believe. Staying out this long. He's got to at this point, right? Actually, if he comes on lap 130, he would have played that perfectly, I believe Joseph Causey would have. So we'll see what happens. Debbie Talada says, smart move on Kyle to pit. I'm just going to say race pawn. Tell me if it's something hover, if that's not correct. Race pawn says, come on, Causey. Catherine Lingerfeld says, great work so far, Kyle. And here it is, Joseph Causey, the race leader. Keith Helton, by the way, has come out in the second position after... No, Keith Helton has not pitted, by the way. Max Service has actually just driven past Keith Helton. So Joseph Causey, here he comes. Joseph Causey, I think that... Oh, don't spin it! Causey spins! Choking away his opportunity! He's got to get on the gas here, not speed. Do not speed. As Greg Holt gets by Keith Helton. So Joseph Causey's on the pit lane. This should be his only stop, but he's going to be mired back in traffic, and then he should be good to the end, though. But Max Service is definitely going to have to pit again, I believe. I cannot imagine him staying now and making it. And then Greg Holt is probably going to take a splash or 2 tires or something, or he's going to have to come in and take 4 tires. But there's the gap. Max Service holds a 6.5 second gap over Greg Holt. Keith Helton is still out here. I believe he's coming in this time. Keith Helton hitting the pit lane. A much smoother entry than Joseph Causey. And here we go. How about Malenko in this pack? Schumacher gets right on by, and Elam is here as well. Malenko dropping back since he pitted early. Elam and Schumacher going at it. Schumacher trying to get around Elam. For Schumacher to be in the top 5, but this would put Elam in 6th again. Man, he would hate for his best finish to only be 6th. But we'll see how this plays out. There's a lot of racing to go. But Elam, again, 2 top 10s this season. Both of them 6th place finishes at Auto Club in Atlanta. And right now running 6th at Las Vegas. Schumacher, that's actually getting around Adam Gardner there. This is what we're kind of at here. Now we're taking a look at the time delta between Service and Holt. Holt, look at that, gained a second and a half in 5 laps. That is a large margin to be eaten up on Max Service. And by the way, that is 7 lap fresher tires Holt has on Max. So Holt, Service has to be sure Holt is pitting again for this to work out, I believe. I don't really know how else this can work out. But right now there is 14 cars on the lead lap. Joseph Causey is the last car on the lead lap after his pit lane spin. But he's got the freshest tires in on the lead lap. Caitlin Armstrong says 14th to 3rd in less than 15 laps. I can get down with. Don't mess it up, Keith. And Race Pond says no to, I believe, the Causey spin. So Keith Helton right now running in the 20th position. I don't really know where this strategy is going to have him play out, but that's the beauty of it. We're going to have to wait and see. Andrew Pratt and Jeremiah Stutzman going at it with one another. Pratt is on 2 lap fresher tires than Jeremiah. And 2 playoff drivers, by the way, going at it. Potentially, I don't know. But, you know, stuff can happen that they both make it, but potentially one of these drivers might be eliminated. I think because the cut line is right in between them, I believe. At the moment, you know, coming into today, of course, that's what the playoff reset. We haven't added any race points, you know, this round. But coming into today, I think the cut line was in between Stutzman and Pratt. And let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the playoff standings once again, coming into today's race. Right there it is. You know, Seth Berger with 3,024 points. It's actually, yeah, Stutzman is 4th and Pratt is 8th. So there, yeah, the cut line cutting right through. But Pratt, Smith, Lingerfeld came in today below the cut line by, you know, only a couple points. 3 points to Smith and 4 points to Lingerfeld. But Devin Smith's accident is huge for his playoff standing coming in today. Right now, Devin Smith runs in the 21st position. Kyle Lingerfeld runs in the 9th position. Andrew Pratt runs in the 14th position. I think it was Kazi on the cut line. Oh! There's a spinner on the back straightaway. Oh, Jacob Zala. Let's see what happened. Jacob Zala, driver number 4. Is this contact with anybody or what happens here? So he was running around. Sets her. Oh, Gardner gets the wall and... I mean, Zala looks like he was going to hit the wall anyway, but really that was not Zala's fault. And is that... No way. Oh my goodness. That is a caution. And if you are Max Service, you are fuming that a lapped vehicle and a non-playoff driver towards the end of the lead lap got together, bringing this one out. That is... Oh my goodness. I would be at a loss for words. That is absolutely insane. The caution is out at Las Vegas. Greg Holt is in 2nd, Reese Schaefer 3rd, Seth Berger 4th, Adrian Schumacher 5th, Kevin Thompson having a nice little run in the 6th position. He has 2 top 5s this season, trying to snag a 3rd. Malenko rides 7th, Theron Elam Jr. 8th, Kyle Lingerfeld 9th, Matthew Setzer in 10th, Joseph Kazi 11th, Jeremiah Stutzman 12th, Andrew Pratt in 13th, Jacob Zala 14th, Scott Williams is the lucky dog. And wow. I don't quite know. Let's see, but here we come down pit lane. This is going to reset everybody, but Holt is now sitting pretty. And Schaefer also is looking good as well, because Schaefer, you know, he's good on a short run. This is not going to be an entire fuel run. If Schaefer can, you know, leg it with Holt and have a, you know, have his own race with Greg, and, you know, this could be something. But Max Service, you know, who really could use a win, you know, especially at this point of the season being the playoffs, that is huge. That is huge. But down and away, is that Kazi? And Elam with the race lead. Elam, did he take 2 tires? And Scott Williams technically scores the leader because he's a lucky dog. But Theron Elam Jr. took 6 seconds on the pit lane, and Joseph Causey. Theron Elam Jr. is the race leader. That is something. Let's see if we can talk to the man. I'd like to hear the method to the madness, Theron. Race leader.
Well,
what happened here? How'd this happen?
We've made an interesting bed with strategy, and it's kind of the hand we're dealt. So we was hoping not to get a caution there towards the end, but guess what it is. We'll make the best of it.
Fair enough. You've been in the top 5 a lot today. I know. I think Holt has been blowing the doors off of everybody. He restarts right behind you, and Max is fast. As the leader, you know, I don't think you took tires there. You know, 6 second stop.
I did not.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Not because I didn't have a choice.
Right.
I didn't have any.
What is the game plan on his restart? Is this 20 able to put up a fight with the 81 and the 3 and everybody else, or is this kind of, you know, where's this 20 going to end up placing?
No, I don't think I got enough speed for these guys. I just have to bring it home in the top 10 and not wreck anybody. It's been a good run today, but I don't think we got enough in it. Not on old tires.
Fair enough. So how has the race been so far? Been running up here. You have 2 top 10s this season, and I think they both ended up being 6th place finishes. One at Auto Club, and then last week at Atlanta. How's it been running in the top 5, and having that potential to maybe get that 1 spot higher to get that 1 in the top 5 column or whatever?
It's been a wild race. The cars are great, really good in the long runs, but I just don't have the short run speed. And unfortunately, I think we got a little bit of a medium run here. And long runs, but I feel like I have my speed. Old tires, they're gonna help me none, but it's been a good race. It's nice to have a confidence booster in there. We can run top 5 every week, and we just really stay out of trouble.
Absolutely. It has been a blast to watch this 20 pretty much come to life. Again, I look at the iRating, and I'm not even going to say it because it doesn't even matter. It does not matter. You are out here, I'll say triple-digit iRating, beating people that are 4,000. This is insane. Well, Greg Holt is 4,000. I don't know about that, but you're up here battling with drivers in the mid 3,000s. So this is the prime example of iRating does not mean anything. You put on a great show today.
It's fun, definitely.
Right on. Well, we're anxiously waiting this restart. We'll leave you to it, and best of luck to you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you on the far side. And that was driver of the number 20, Theron Elam Jr., our race leader. This is going to be fun. What happened to the 56? He looked like he got tight off of turn 4, and there was nowhere for the 4 to go. But the iRacing.com safety car is in the safety of pit lane. Theron Elam Jr. restarts this race. Here comes Max Service, already peeking to the inside. And Holt's going to come on by as well. Seth trying to find his way up to the back end of the 20. Max Service to the race lead. Holt clears the 2nd. Theron falls back to 3rd, and he's looking like he's going to get sent 3 wide here with with Seth and Reese. Reese gets to the inside. Seth does not send it 3 wide. Seth now gets to the inside of Theron Elam. Here they come off of turn number 4. Greg Holt looks to the inside now with Max Service. Greg Holt is trying to clear Max Service to the race lead. I think Service has to get out of the throttle there for Holt. Holt was kind of coming up like he was clearing. He kind of forces his way clear. Greg Holt to the race lead. Max trying to hold on to 2nd now to see if there's anything he can do with Greg. 3 wide in the back. Elam dropping like a rock. He's going to get split by Kevin Thompson and Malenko. Thompson to the outside. Malenko has to hold on behind the 20. He gets into the 20. Oh no, and Elam's gonna. Oh, he's gonna crash big time. He's gonna hit Scott Williams, and oh my goodness, you are loud.
Wow, what a wreck.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think you just talked to Elam. What a wreck that was. That happened right off the rip.
Yeah, we just talked to Elam to find out what the plan was staying out, and we'll get a replay here. That was, I think that was just Malika driving into the back of the 20, not expecting the 20 to be as slow in the center corner. Granted, and he's on like 20 lap old tires, but Stutzman and Pratt and Kazi, 3 playoff drivers, hard in that wreck. Stutzman, big damage. We'll get on board with Malika in a second here, but wow, just nowhere to go for Stutzman. Pratt, nowhere to go. Pratt's got a lot of front end damage. And Setzer kind of just finishes Stutzman off there. And Malika's going to go to the rear with causing that incident. Big wreck for Farron Elam.
Yeah, Malenko just drove it in deep, and Farron wasn't expecting it and got around.
I think Malenko wasn't expecting Theron to be slow at the center of the corner. I don't know if he got the memo that Theron stayed out, you know? That's what it looked like.
He might not have, and I just came up, so I don't know what just happened. I took my long shame up here right before this incident.
And I saw you got into it with Adam Gardner. What had happened in that one? It looked like he just got tight, hit the wall, and nowhere for you to go.
Yeah. I'm not going to say too much because if I say anything, it's going to be negative. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Fair enough. That's definitely, I guess, the preferred option here. And these 2 cautions now flip this race upside down. Max Service looked like he was going to have to play some strategy, but was looking good with a 5-second advantage. The caution comes out, resets. Now Theron Elam, the leader on old tires. They restart. Holt gets to the lead as Elam drops to the field. Malenko not expecting Elam to be slow in the center of the corner with his 20-lap older tires, and makes contact with Elam, and then now Stutzman and Pratt, playoff drivers, in trouble.
Yeah, there's a lot of playoff implications now with these 2 cautions. We'll have to see what's going to happen here between the leaders.
We will have to see indeed. Wow. Let's take a look at the chat. Debbie Talada says, awesome miss, Kyle. And Mad Dog Burger says, you got it, 77, get driving. Let's see. Who can we pull from? Quick, let's see if we can pull up Kevin Thompson. Having a nice little run. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Having a nice little run here, I see.
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, you're really fast out there, Kevin.
Thanks.
So, what's been the thing about Las Vegas that's brought this 89 to life today?
I'm just trying as hard as I can and do it for my hometown after they got hit by a tornado really bad. So.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, but absolutely love the motivation between driving as hard as you are today, and it's shown on the track. You've driven up here and you've contended with kind of the heavyweights of the series to get into the top 5. You're right now riding 6th. Great story, great run so far. 24 laps to go, you're restarting 6th. What's the game plan?
Go for it. Balls to the wall.
Absolutely. Jacob, you have any questions for Kevin?
No, I ain't got much here. Just good luck to you, Kevin. You're pretty fast out there running around with me, and hopefully you get this win, or at least try and contend for the top 5.
All right, I got a couple more. So this race has kind of gone through a day-to-night transition. Now we're fully in nighttime. What has happened to the 89 throughout the transition? Has it? I mean, I'm guessing the transition kind of helped it, but what do you think from the driver's seat that the day to night transition's done for you?
From day, I felt a lot tighter than I am now, and I feel a lot faster at night right now. Right now, I feel a lot faster than I was at the beginning of the race.
Absolutely, it does seem like that. And then I think that incident kind of happened right around. I can't remember if you were in front or behind it.
I was on the outside, taking it three-way, and I got sideways and saved it.
I was gonna say, what did you kind of see from your point of view?
I couldn't see much. All I seen was an orange car to my left.
Fair enough. It looked like there's maybe, I guess a discrepancy in between speeds. I guess the 20, was on 20 lap older tires, everybody else on relatively fresh tires, and that kind of, triggered that. But
Oh yeah.
all right, we will leave you to it. Restarting 6th here. Best luck to you. Hopefully, we're talking to you on the far side.
Yep.
Thank you.
And that was Kevin Thompson. Put him in the right Discord. And, right, 23 laps to go. Jim, you had a nice little run out there. I don't think you made anyone mad as far as I could tell.
I didn't touch anyone. I actually had a pretty good race. My car was actually really fast, and, I'm just going to take a quote from what everyone has said. If you don't have anything nice, don't say it at all. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and, let's get this race back on, and hopefully we get a good finish out of it.
Absolutely. It happens, man. The iRacing.com safety car is in the safety of pit lane, and we are back to racing. Greg Holt leads us to green. Greg Holt with a nice advantage. Schaefer gets up into the 2nd position, and now Seth trying to find his way around his Swift Racing teammate Max. Now, this is a little short run here. Reese has really only been able to prevail on the short run. Is this going to be the run that Schaefer is able to do something?
Oh no, Schaefer has been faster on the short run. Longer he gets really at it. Through here, and with 20 laps to go, hopefully you can save some tires and try and get around Greg Holt.
Here comes Reese Schaefer down the back straightaway. He's driven right up to the 3 car. You can't use too much stuff, though. I know it's a 21 lap run, but you got to be there at the end of 21 laps as well if you're going to really contend for this. But they are starting to lag the rest of the field. Max Service is half a second back of Reese now.
Yeah, they are. These two are fast out here tonight, and it's an interesting night. Again, Reese really loves these half miles, so see him up in 2nd place.
Here he goes. He's got to run. Is he going to send it?
Oh, he looks like he is. Can he get it through?
Side by side in the 3. Reese trying to rotate on the inside on the white line. Holt trying to keep it up high to try to get the run off the corner. I think Reese got a nice run out of 4, but Holt had more of a straightaway. Gets clear to 17, 19 to go.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get much of anywhere trying to pass on the inside here at Las Vegas. The inside isn't really much of a preferred passing lane.
Everybody back here kind of single it out. It is Seth in 4th, Schumacher 5th, Kevin Thompson 6th, Lingerfeld up to 7th over Joseph Causey 8th, Joshua McClune 9th, Andrew Pratt 10th. Malenko with triggering that last incident. He's back here in the 13th position trying to work his way forward.
These 2 cautions, I guess Joseph Causey had a good strategy going. These 2 cautions really screwed him out with that one. So we'll see where he'll end up.
I think Causey was going to make it to the end without stopping. Everybody else was going to have to at least come in for a splash.
He was clutching it through corners, so he was going to make it. And then that first caution came out, and that kind of screwed him.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did not want. A lot of people were banking on this race going green, and it's racing, man. You can always expect the unexpected. That's how you have to live in these races.
Yeah, and now we've got a great race going on here between the 3 and the 17 so far.
Joseph Causey's powered by Kyle Lingerfeld is now looking up to the inside of Kevin Thompson. Actually, Lingerfeld's falling backwards behind McClune. Kazi, he catches the white line, but 88 and 89, putting them in the correct number order. Kazi goes to 6th.
Yeah, even though that caution didn't work out, he's still got a fast machine. And I love the paint scheme, too.
Right, I like that degree, number 88.
Yeah, it's a great paint scheme. And, let's see. Oh, Max Service coming into the mix.
Yeah, Max has really got to turn up the wick here. There's no more saving. 15 laps to go. This time by the start finish. He's got to get around Schaefer and then really turn up the wick if he's going to have anything for Holt. We talked to Holt on the lap 40 caution. He said he's very fast at these mile and a halves, but every time he's in the position to either win or, you know, contend with like Schaefer or Seth, he puts it into the wall and he pretty effectively ends his race. Today, he's kept the car very clean out in the front. He's been the only constant of the comers and goers at the front of the field. Greg Holt playing this race beautifully. But now, with 15 laps to go, coming around to 14 laps to go here at Las Vegas, the pressure is on. Schaefer and Service are there. Schaefer trying to get his 3rd win on the season. Service trying to lock himself into the 3rd round of the playoffs, but Holt trying to break the tie he has with Seth Berger and get that 6th win on the season. 3 stories right here as they come up to the lap playoff vehicle of Jeremiah Stutzman after that last incident.
That's not going to help Jeremiah Stutzman in the points with that last incident. It's going to be Greg Holt coming down to the line here, still leading. Can Schaefer get anything? Any use of horsepower in that number 17 machine to get around him?
Riding on board the back end of Greg Holt. Doing his thing. Keeping Schaefer at bay. Taking a look at the chat. Cindy Samick says crazy race. Catherine Lingerfelt says close call, Kyle, nice dodge. And Mark Berger says LWI in the house, big time, go 77. Greg Holt now opens up to 2.5 tenths over Reese Schaefer, and about the exact same distance back as Max Service. Seth Berger not able to do too much, holding tight in 4th, and Adrian Schumacher holding station in 5th, but here comes Joseph Kazi. 12 laps to go, maybe too little too late for Joseph, but he's going to try.
He's going to try everything he can to get to that lead, but I don't know if, like you said, it's going to be too little too late.
And now Holt opens up a 4/10 of a second advantage over Schaefer. 11 laps to go. Did Schaefer crack?
Like I said, Schaefer has been terrible on the long run, so those tires could have been eaten up already. We'll have to see through these next couple of turns here how that pans out.
Reese Schaefer not losing time to Max Service, though, but Schaefer's not here to finish 2nd. Schaefer's, you know, he's not a playoff driver. He's here to win, or that's really it.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, he finished 2nd last week at Atlanta, and I know he doesn't want to finish 2nd again.
He finished 2nd at Martinsville as well.
Yeah.
He is tired of finishing 2nd.
Well, I think he finished 2nd, but he wrecked before the line, so I think he finished 5th at Martinsville.
Oh, that's right. He would have been 2nd.
Yeah, he would have been 2nd at Martinsville.
It's the same difference. He doesn't want to be the bridesmaid. He wants to be the bride.
He wants to win. He wants to win today. Correct. He's got to hope for a caution. Maybe he can get, I don't know if he used all his sets of tires yet. Maybe he can get that last set in and try and run it through.
How many sets did y'all have in the pits when y'all started?
I think it was 5 or 6. We didn't have too many.
He might have used them all then, but Holt has an extra set.
Yeah.
But Greg Holt, I mean, I think he's only won on short tracks this season, so he's trying to change it up a little bit. Trying to change it up. And now Kazi up into 4th. Oh man, 8 laps to go. If Holt wasn't gaining his ground on Schaefer that he is, man, I don't know.
I think Kazi would have had him, but I think, again, too little too late. I don't know. We've seen miracles happen before.
And this race isn't over until it's over.
Yeah.
And Max blocking Joseph hard.
He doesn't want Kazi to pass.
And here he comes. Joseph's coming. This is going to allow Schaefer to do his own thing. About half a second up the road. Max doing a beautiful job coming right down in front of the 88. Joseph, how long is he going to let Max block him?
Before he turns him. He's going to try and get to the inside here.
Max has thrown decent blocks, you know, but if you throw one bad block and you get turned, nothing's going to happen about it.
Yeah, and I don't think through this corner Max is going to have enough. Ooh, he's still sticking there.
He's fighting hard, but this is definitely hurting Joseph's chances of getting up there. But that's also part of it. The further you move forward, the harder the competition is. Joseph still fighting, sliding up the inside. Seth, can he take it 3 wide?
It's going to be interesting.
He's sliding. No, he's going to go to the wall. Here comes up in the air. Seth Berger crashes down the back straightaway. Oh, to the inside goes Jason Miz, and he's going to hit the inside wall.
This race.
And Max Service. Oh, here. Car's in the middle of the track. Car's coming. Oh my goodness.
That's going to take out Kazi for
and
sure.
Max Service is going to go back. Not only does he have damage, he caused the accident. And guess what? Josh McClune has moved into 3rd. The silent assassin. He has been up at the top of the standings most of this season, the top 5 for the 18 car all season long, but we almost rarely say his name. He's always just, you know, collecting his good runs. He has 1 win this season at Legacy Pocono, and he's put himself in prime position. But let's take a look at the replay. I mean,
he hooked him.
I was going to say, he could have moved up. You know, Max could have, but, you know, you're racing hard, and Joseph kind of kept coming up, too, you know. This is...
Yeah, Joseph was sliding up a little bit, and just...
I think we need a get a blimp view. I mean, Max did not change lanes.
Yeah,
but
he stayed right there.
But following the arc of the corner, you do kind of go up a lane. I don't know what was Jason doing. Man,
yeah, I don't know that.
I mean, maybe, you know, to be fair, with the smoke update, you can't really see. So maybe he was just guessing the wreck was in front of him, to be fair.
Yeah, the smoke update makes things a little bit harder to see, so you're right about that.
But, yeah,
we'll
I don't...
have to see now if Schaefer...
Wow, and also McClune had... Did McClune make contact with Joseph? Well, by the way, McClune just made 3 overtakes. 1 was underneath somebody. My goodness. McClune. Wow. Wow, hold on. I gotta get that queued up once again. Here's McClune's view of everything. Yeah, Max held his line, but Max did not come up on the exit of the corner. But wow, what a ride. What a drive from Joshua McClune on that one.
Drive. That was insane.
Coming at you. We're not going to see it here, actually. Wow, wow, wow.
Hopefully the 88 car didn't get a concussion from this one.
Wow. Low blow.
I had to.
Well, a lot of playoff drivers today have been caught up in incidents. Let's talk about Devin Smith, who, you know, caught up in the big incident on the back straightaway. He got loose, and then nowhere for Cardulo and Gardner and Peck to go. Jeremiah Stutzman caught up in the incident with Malenko and Elam having a disagreement over the speed at the center of the corner. Joseph Kazi up and nearly over in that last incident. Max Service is on pit lane for a lot of damage. And he's got to be at the back of the field. Unless, did he get a penalty, or is he, you know, getting damaged? Can you see if there's a penalty assessed?
Yeah, he got an EOL penalty.
Oh, only an EOL though, not like a lap?
Yeah, no, not like a lap, nothing like that. I don't know if that was on purpose.
No, I don't know, but yeah, I also don't know what race control would rule.
True.
But wow. And we're just under caution here, and I think we're gonna get the 2 to green here. This is rough. Now, you know, everybody's out here on old tires. Who can have the best restart? Kevin Thompson is in 4th. Let's shout him out. You know, he wants to get a top 5 tonight. And man, you know, for what's gone on in his hometown with that tornado passing through Newnan, Georgia, what it would mean to him, as he said in his interview a few moments ago, to get a top 5.
Awesome for him.
Josh McClune, what a run it'd be for him. What a momentum boost if he can get it done today. Right now, restart's 3rd. You cannot count out the 3rd place driver on any restart at any track. Adrian Schumacher, another nice run on the oval.
Adrian has been having a lot of good runs on the oval lately.
Lingerfelt in 7th, Pratt in 8th, Malenko 9th if anything goes down. Seth back here in 11th with, you know, his spin through the infield. And Max at the back of the field. But this is it. First attempt at overtime. We have unlimited attempts at overtime. So we could be here all night if we need to.
I was talking to Schaefer earlier, and he said there was going to be an overtime. He had a feeling, and he was right. I don't know what kind of voodoo magic he did this day, today, but he was right.
Well, let's see if it's only one or if we get multiples. But the iRacing.com safety car is in the safety of the pit lane, and the field comes to the restart zone, and we are green from Las Vegas once again. Holt is clear to the lead.
Man, what a jump Greg Holt had out there. Can Schaefer track him down?
Schaefer's trying to, Schumacher's loose. He's got to hold on to it. He will. And here comes Kevin Thompson for the top 5. Schaefer's going to give it his all. He's got to really drive. Here comes Keith Helton into the mix, catching up to the playoff driver of Josh McClune.
They hit the line.
This is official if they make it. And they make it to the white. Greg Holt leads on the white flag. Keith Helton to the inside for 3rd.
Oh, now he's going to try and take 2nd. Don't wreck him.
Keith Helton trying to take 2nd. McClune into the wall in the back. That's huge. Schumacher to 4th. Helton, one last hoorah, but he's not going to get there. Wait, here he comes.
Again.
Here he comes to the line. Oh, they're going to spin, and it's Holt.
I thought it looked like Helton. Oh,
no! Big wreck after the checkers. Everybody into the infield. Oh my goodness. Holt won that race.
Holy crap. What a finish. Oh, it looks like the 3 and the 9 are not happy with each other.
Wow. We'll go back. Wow. One Helton right up the track, collects McClune and Thompson. Missed big hits for all 3 of them. Let's see. We'll get the aerial shot here. Or not aerial shot, but pretty sure. Wow, that is so tight. And Holt.
Yeah, and Holt is not happy, and neither is the 9.
And did Holt not do burnouts?
But I mean, no, I don't know. To be honest, I don't. Greg wasn't at fault there. He was just doing what he had to do to try and win.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
So I don't know what the 9 car is all complaining about here, but you know, it was a great run, and it was good finish.
That was Holt by like the right front of his car, and then the aftermath with oh my goodness. One more time from the blimp. We're not going to be able to see the finish, but we're really here to see the aftermath. You're going to see the finish kind of blocked by grandstands here. You'll kind of see it, but yeah. Here's the aftermath, though. Right up the track, and man, McClune hit hard. My goodness. Hits. Oh, my God. Oh, that's Max. Service hard into the wall over there as well. And look at the dark
No.
smoke. Those are destroyed engines.
I think Schumacher is 4 for 4 on top threes in the playoffs.
He is. He's gotten a top 3 every
He's gotten a top 3 every race.
And oh my goodness. So let's all right, we'll get this sorted, but let's talk to our third place finisher, Adrian Schumacher. Jacob just brought up the point. You are now 4 for 4 on podiums in the playoffs. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel great.
I mean,
keeping up with my goals.
So describe that final restart. I believe you restarted 5th. How was it working through the field, and then that crazy finish up ahead of you? Was there anything else you could have done, or how did you get this 82 from 5th to 3rd in 2 laps?
I mean, I just brought out, just used the fresh tires. I think I could have had it if I didn't get loose on turn 2 on the restart. But I'll take a podium.
Absolutely. So 4 for 4 in the playoffs, and you still have a road course coming up. So that it's looking good for you in that regard. But Dover, I'm pretty sure you know Dover, the racetrack. But how do you feel about that track and heading there to continue this run in the playoffs next week?
It's always fared well with me, and I that's actually one of the first tracks I bought when I bought iRacing, and I've been racing on that. So I'm expecting a strong result there.
Absolutely. Jacob, you have any questions for Adrian Schumacher tonight?
He did.
Oh, okay. But anyway, Las Vegas, another mile and a half. This 82, you started way back there in the pack. You started 16th. How was it driving through the field? Was that really tire conservation, or was it just a mix of having pace over them, or how'd you get from 16th to the top 5 and put yourself in that position?
Well, at first I was tire saving, and seemed like everyone else was doing the same thing. And I was going just too slow to make my strategy work. So I kind of put the nitrous on a little bit, going through the field, and then I got up to Seth Berger and started to mimic him, and that's how I got up front.
It looked like it. You did catch Seth, and then you didn't really pass Seth. He was kind of leading you through the field. But congratulations on another podium in the playoffs. This is huge to your playoff standings. I think you might end up being the point leader when this is all mathematically worked out and all, especially since the 2 ahead of you were not playoff drivers. But congratulations to you on another podium. Best luck to you next week at Dover, and yeah.
Thanks.
And that was driver of the number 82, Adrian Schumacher. And we're gonna, I don't see second place, so we're gonna bring in our race winner, Greg Holt. Greg, before we get in, I guess, the celebrating, there was, I guess, a disagreement after the checkers. Whose side? I'm guessing it was Helton. I mean, he brought it up, but what was the discussion about?
He thinks that, obviously last lap, I knew he had fresh tires, so I was going to give him room, but I wasn't going to give him, a 3-lane highway to go by. So I made it tight, and he told me I put him in the grass. And I was like, I don't know. It was pretty close. Maybe you hit the grass, but I just wasn't pulling over to let you go. I wasn't going to straight up wreck you, though. But, we made contact. I didn't think I was going to win once we made contact, but got lucky. I would have expected a block from somebody coming, and when he was beside me, I didn't, when he was coming, I tried to pinch it down. I knew he got there, so I was just trying to keep him close to the grass, that's it. I don't know.
Right.
That's how I saw it, how I felt. I'm not the one that was pissed off about it. He was. So.
Okay. That's fair. Um, okay, so I'm trying to remember all your wins at this point. I'm pretty sure you came into today uh, only winning on short tracks. So how does it feel to finally, I guess, get that monkey off your back and get it done at like a mile and a half?
Well, it felt good to finally not tear down a wall with the car all alone when you're out front. I mean, that's what's happened to me in almost every one of the races. You catch that wall, and it's been on a straightaway every time. So yeah, it feels really good. Finally, you know. I mean, I've felt like I've had the speed and been able to be competitive pretty much everywhere I've been. It's just, you know, putting one all together on a bigger track. I catch myself dozing off, you know, just kind of dazing. So,
Well, now you got the W in your hand.
oh yeah.
You have any questions for him, Jacob?
You know, Greg, what did it take today to, you know, put on a show for us and give us that fast number 3 car that we seen?
Like I said, it was just not knocking down the walls, and I mean, I had a lot of fun. I was running, you know, real tight with Causey and Christian at the beginning of the race, and then me and Reese went back and forth, you know, 3-4 times, and then me and Max, and I mean, it was all clean. We were tight, you know, it was good. It was fun, but I, you know, just had to keep the hammer down. Let Reese burn it up a little bit every now and then go back by.
Yeah,
Till the end, and then not let him by.
Yeah, you definitely did. Reese was not too good on the long runs there, and that's some good stuff, Greg. Good win, and you know, I don't fault you. That was what you did on that last run was completely okay in my book.
Well,
yeah,
thank you.
It's a drag race at a checkered flag. You know, anything goes, and hard racing is evidently what it was. But 6th win on the season, enough of it now. You're gonna already set up for your 7th, but no, but seriously, heading next week into Dover, how do you feel about Dover? That is, you know, it's a mile, so it's considered a short track, but man, it's fast and it's a unique one at that. How do you feel about it?
Feel all right. May have put on a couple of shows in the NIS Top Split Open with it, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Keep it out of the wall. Stop from spinning coming out of turn 4. You'll be good.
Oh man, those turn 2 and turn 4 exits still give me nightmares.
Those bumps. I hate those bumps, man.
Oh man,
hate those bumps.
They give me nightmares.
They could just take those out, especially in this car, where this car tends to be on these setups. It tends to burn the right rear a little more than it does in the other ones. I don't know how that's going to be. We'll see. It could make for an interesting race because that bump make it burn even more. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, I feel all right about it. I wish I had made enough races to be in the playoffs, but oh well. I come in here and steal all these guys' wins. Try to make the playoff race even. Try to make the playoff race tight. Nobody gets a win except for Greg. We'll see what we can do. or Reese. We get Reese and some of these other guys that aren't in the playoffs in here to win some of these with me.
I love Dover, so I'm coming for it.
All right, it'll be the non-playoff driver takeover. Right? That's what it is.
Yes. That's what I like to see.
Man. I don't know how these playoff drivers are going to like that, man, but it's going to make it tight, that's for sure.
Yeah, we won't be able to win them all.
All I gotta say is they are smiling.
You know, most of them. How's that?
They are smiling seeing that 3 car go up every week. I do have to say.
Yeah, I think I speak for the playoff drivers, and they are happy you did not make the starts.
Yeah. If I'd known about it, I would have, but I don't know how many I missed it by. But it's fun. I've been having fun here, so. You're gonna have to watch, though. I'm telling you, Christian's gonna be hard to beat when he puts one. He's just having the same issue I've been having on these tracks. Is you get any amount of damage in these cars, and then you're done. I mean, from a competitive level, you can still go out and ride, and maybe get a top 10, but you're done speed wise. Done.
Right. Right on. Well, congratulations on the win and the phenomenal show you put on. A lot of comers and goers today, and you were the constant at the front of the field, and I think the rightful driver won the race in the dramatic fashion that it was. And yeah, congratulations on your 6th win on the season. Best of luck to you next week at Dover.
Well, thanks, Emerson and
good
Jacob.
luck, man.
I just like to say I'm sorry to the 9 man. I wasn't trying to, you know, it wasn't anything. I wasn't trying to wreck him. I'm just trying to race him to the line. And like I said, it was tight. I knew it was going to be tight, but I'm sorry it ended the way it did for him.
Right on. That was Greg Holt, driver of the number 3. And let me look through here one more time. Let me see. Who do we have lying around? Lingerfeld was here. I want to get a fair interview in. Oh, Reese.
Oh,
Reese joined
Reese.
General. I think he got the memo.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Reese, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Right, so we still want to hit 3 interviews, and we were looking around for second place, Keith. Not in the Discord in the first place, but I think understandably might not be in the best of moods. But we're willing to talk to the next driver. And Reese, man, it looked like a really short run car, but what was this race from your point of view?
Yeah, so the car was, like you said, man, it was a super short run. The first 10 laps, I'm blazing fast. Next 30, God help me, right? So, I earlier in the race, I pitted after like 4 or 5 laps to really carve my way back to the field, and I thought I put myself in a pretty good position. But I came in tonight saying this is gonna be a green-white checkered, and it happened. So I just didn't have the tires for it, which sucked. But I mean, other than that, though, the race was great. Me and Greg had some amazing battles, especially mid-race. We were side by side, really pushing it for a long, long time. So it was a great race.
I think Helton just joined the Discord.
Well, we'll finish up this interview and we'll get to Helton then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jacob, I'll go ahead and ask you a couple questions for Reese.
Reese, you didn't get the finish you want, finishing up in 4th place. How do you feel about the car today? It was like I was on the track with you, dude. We were kind of fast out there, dude. The 2 out of 3 Squanch boys were fast. How do you feel about your 17 machine throughout the race?
Yeah, it was really good in the short run, man. But once I got past that 15 lap interval, it was just I needed to get out of there. Like I just need more tires, honestly. If I had one more extra set of tires at the end there, probably had a really good shot to win the race. So
probably won that thing.
yeah, but it's it's the way tell you what, I might have to cut back on the meal so we can save some extra tires for next week. I don't know what to see.
Were you on the brakes at all during the entire race, or no? Were you just letting off?
I was letting off a good amount, but usually like right around like mid stint, I started braking. But other than that though, really late in the run, so you start braking. But I mean, honestly, the whole late runs you're just plowing, no matter who you are. So
And I guess that's how it is. And I was using the brakes earlier in the runs, and I saved tires pretty well. So
so
just sucks the way my race ended. But good race to you, man. And hopefully we can see you back up at the front at Dover. I know you love Dover, and I love Dover. So we'll see if we can get up there.
Coming to one of the great ones next week. It should be fun.
Oh yeah.
Right on. That is Reese Schaefer, our 4th place finisher, and now we can go ahead and bring on up our 2nd place finisher, Keith Helton. Keith, in your 2nd Outlaw Sim Series start, you had a 2nd place finish. How'd you get it done?
Oh man, I got lucky there on those last cautions or whatever. I was trying to save the tires, and I was going to go and try to split it into 2 runs there, and then ended up speeding and screwing myself there and went 2 laps down, and got lucky and got some laps back and was able to take advantage of those tires there.
Right on. So coming to the line, of course, Holt was, the leader, the dominant car. He, came down to defend. Did you think that was the sole, impede that kept you from winning the race there at the end, or what was the disagreement?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Because I had a run there, and I mean, I was underneath the white line or whatever. I mean, he just kind of cut down into me, and when he hit me, it just knocked the car completely sideways through the grass, and I was done for. So, just one of them deals. I mean, stuff happens, and people do that stuff in real cars. It carries over, and people do it in the sim world. There's a reset button. It don't cost anything, so we'll see how that goes.
Fair enough. Jacob, you have any questions for Keith?
Nope, I think I'm good.
All right. So, making your 2nd start with us, I guess so far you've kind of had your drive through the field. You had I think you were at Atlanta and you had a nice little run there, but today I guess was really the trial in your first real taste, I guess, of a full Outlaws race. What do you make of the league?
Oh man, it's a good league. I enjoy it. I mean, I like the way you guys do the cautions and everything else there. It's just man, it's a learning curve. I mean, with the setups and all that stuff. I don't really run the B cars a lot. I'm more of a late model and street stock guy and stuff like that. But it's been fun. Atlanta was good. I ended up screwing myself on pit strategy there, and I should have had a top 5 car there, top 3 or 4 probably. And then tonight, I mean, I was just every run, I was just trying to back off at the start and not burn my stuff up. And then 15, 20 laps in, I'd start coming back through and I'd watch the gap shrink and screwed up myself there. But hey, it was a lot of fun, and we'll do it. Go to Dover and see if I can put one together. Maybe not save as much.
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about Dover?
Man, it's a fun place. I've always ended up hitting the outside wall, it seems like, and killing the right front fender and just killing the car after that. But in this deal, knowing it's a long race and everything else, you just kind of gotta ride and set people up and do your thing, not burn the tires off of it, not knock the fenders off of it until the end of the race. So I mean, I guess go to Dover and see. I don't even know, like, setup wise what you guys do or anything like that. I've just been joining in on the practice and going from there, so I can't really turn any laps beforehand.
All the sessions are set up, so I guess through the UI you're able to test the sessions out. But it should be just the fix via the fix setup, or I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's either the open setup if it's there, or it's the fix setup. But it is going to be one of the 2 fix setups.
I got you. Cool. Yeah, man, I'll get in there and try to turn some laps and figure out how to do that instead of waiting until the day of to try to figure the track out and the setup and everything else.
Right on. Well, congratulations on the 2nd place finish. A great run for you in your 2nd ever Outlaw Sim Series start. Best luck to you in the future, especially next week at Dover. And yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for y'all putting this stuff on, and we'll come back and see if we can get one more spot and hopefully be there before the white flag lap.
Yes, sir. Right on.
Good luck.
That was our 2nd place finisher, driver of the number 9, Keith Helton. And yeah, what a race, what a finish, and what a job these guys did. A lot of playoff drivers suffering after this incident right here. And let's see how it all shook down with our results. Here's the results here. Greg Holt, the winner at the top of the standings, and it came down to 4/100ths of a second over Keith Helton. Adrian Schumacher, 3rd. Somehow, someway, he'll snag out a podium in these playoffs, I guess. Reese Schaefer comes home 4th. Kyle Lingerfeld 5th. Andrew Pratt in 6th. Matthew Setzer 7th. Seth Berger 8th. Joshua McClune 9th. Kevin Thompson 10th. Malenko comes home 11th. It'll be Miz in 12th. Adam Gardner 13th. Max Service 14th. And Jacob, take us through the final 13.
All right, you have Scott R. Williams in 15th, Eric Peck in 16th, Jeremiah Stutzman in 17th, 18th, Devin Smith, 19th, Joseph Cossey, 20th, Doug Solms, 21st, Farron Elam Jr., 22nd, myself, 23rd, Landon Cardulo, 24th, James Gilliard, 25th, Tyler Markle, 26th, Joshua Gathright, and in last place, 27th, Christian Converse.
Yeah, Christian looked pretty fast up there at the beginning, but caught the wall there with Kazi. Would have been interesting to see how he could have fared in today's race. So, Jacob, final thoughts? You were out there on the track, and you joined me for the final 25 or so laps. Yeah.
It was a good race overall, and I just wish my number 4 machine could have gotten to the end. But, you know, things happen, and, you know, I got a lot of negatives in my head right now, but I'm not going to say those. It's just, it was a great race. We put on a good show, and hopefully we can bring this 4 car to something at Dover, because I really do love Dover, and I want to do that one.
Absolutely. And, well, we'll shout out our charity once again, the American Heart Association. We shout out a different charity each week, and we broadcast the final 30 minutes of open practice in the name of a charity each week to give them any sort of platform that we can offer, give them any support we can, and hopefully all of you who tune in and watch our broadcasts at least consider donating either time or money or anything else you can donate to the American Heart Association, because their mission is to be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. And if you want to check them out, make sure you go to heart.org, where you can also donate to the association yourself. Tonight's Pratt Tile & Son Pole Award winner was Christian Converse, and Pratt Tile & Stone, serving all your tiling needs since 2003. Tonight's beautiful cameras, like this one on your screen right now, were provided by Whiplash Media, which is Pitstop TV's parent organization. Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. Whiplash Media is also working on its presence in real racing, offering services such as photography and social media management and public relations. Make sure you go to www.whiplash-media.com for more. And more indeed. That was wild. Absolutely mental finish. The way the race played out, I don't know. As a spectator, I think we got all we could ask for. But congratulations to Greg Holt on his 6th win on the season. Now breaks the tie he had with Seth Berger that lasted one whole week for the most wins on the season. The non-playoff driver Greg Holt gets it done. The first non-playoff driver, the first playoff spoiler of the season. Adrian Schumacher, another podium, and that should put him as the point leader. We will see how this points all shake down, and that'll be at the top of next week's broadcast. Speaking of next week, make sure you tune in Wednesday, April 7th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 5th race of the Outlaws Sim Series playoffs at Dover. You won't want to miss it. It's going to be the second race of the second round. An absolute blast. That 1 mile track is the self-cleaning monster mile that it is. This has been Emerson Arden, Jacob Olive, partially on the call this evening. You all stay safe, stay cool. Y'all stay inside if y'all have to. Y'all all have a great night. We love each and every single one of you for tuning in this evening. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay awesome. Be back here next Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you then.